Okay. I don't know why you're over there, what you're doing. Why are you so troublesome? Hmm? You son of a bitch. Okay. Love you.
Jasmine, you make up lies about to tell.
Opposition leader Pierre Poilievre is in Windsor, Ontario today, revealing his plan to increase auto manufacturing in Canada and to convince President Trump to drop the punishing tariffs on the sector.
And how will we get Trump to agree? Well, the plan that we're putting forward allows both the United States and Canada to massively increase their production. And, you know, you asked me about my plan. Where is Mark Carney's plan? He's been Prime Minister now for a year.
Do you make up lies about Rockman to tell Pat?
No,
be honest.
I don't know. No. Ugh.
Gypsy Crusaders full fight at Arden Ross's brand risk boxing event. Would be minty if you fought Kenny Co on the next one, lol.
Everybody in my chat, Brammer's number 13 has been the best Brammer's I think everyone could say. If chat.
How much is he paying these guys?
There's a lot of people hate watching this fight.
I just want to make a.
Yeah! Neon, Ed Matthews, academics.
Oh, he got a Muay Thai style.
Oh my God.
He sucked.
Yeah, that nigga finna lose.
Super hot nigga pick his hands up.
Gas out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, just.
Know that white boy, that toughness. Yeah, don't let me down. Pace yourself.
This is just embarrassing.
Get that.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Is getting crazy.
Kim the gorilla here. Spoiler alert, I live in a zoo. Let me give you the tour.
This is like my water feature. It's giving junk.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Yeah, I'd be down to fight in one of these boxing things. It's just, nobody seems to want me to do it. Dodo donated $2. Let me see. Yeah.
Might have lost important income to support their lives.
No. I think it was more important to reduce the federal deficit from $2 trillion to close to zero.
Did you reduce the federal deficit?
No, we didn't.
This is a history of the HIV/AIDS prison movement and its legacies in the United States.
My book project narrates how activists fought the convergence of HIV/AIDS and incarceration from inside and outside prisons across the Reagan through Clinton years, and argues that this organizing holds legacies in the prison abolition movement of the 1990s to today. This is one of the grants that you or Mr. Fox identified as craziest at NEH, is that right?
That's right.
Why did you identify this as one of the craziest grants?
Because it references feminist and queer insights into prison abolition and LGBTQ studies.
Any other reasons?
No.
Examining military service from the margins, the complicated service discussion series will bring together veterans and community members to examine the experiences of service members who identify themselves as female, Black, Native American, LGBTQ, or an immigrant, the dynamics, reasoning, and strength.
To be fair, that does sound crazy and retarded. Deposition, former Doge staffer, flagging grants with DEI words. Like, to be fair, like, so far that shit does sound gay and retarded.
Yes, it appears so.
Why did you do that?
Because it explicitly says LGBTQ.
Do you have any history in, like, let's say, scholarly peer review?
No.
Okay. So, but this judgment call was made by you and your personal judgment combined with Justin's personal judgment to cancel grants based on DEI?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's inappropriate in any way that someone in their 20s with no experience with grants or federal government was making personal judgment calls about what grants to cancel?
Actually, no, I don't think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Why not?
Objection. I think
I'm like based.
a person can have enough judgment from reading books and being well informed outside of traditional experience to make judgment calls about obvious things like a grant that.
Like, again, to be fair, they use really weird examples where it's like, okay, I mean, do we care about this? Or it's like literal commie bullshit. That's pretty funny, though.
That the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report, to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well,
during a deposition, you don't get to actually have your lawyer say objection, and then you can't avoid answering questions. The only reason the lawyer says objection is so that when that evidence is presented in court, if the objection is there during the deposition, they can argue to get that that piece of the deposition removed and prevent the jury from seeing it. That's why they say objection. You can't avoid answering questions during a deposition just because your lawyer says objection.
Talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power. Unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States, and have never acted against it.
Yeah, that's why you said Russia is so great, and you really like Qatar, which hates America.
Interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids.
The fuck is this? Fatima Muhammad's daughter. Why is that in the background?
So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it. And that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time and try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living. And I'm not going to stop doing that. Nor should.
So, yeah, he's in Sounds like he's worried. I don't get how Israel doesn't just blow up that whole area. What is this? Is that a plane flying backwards? Or, oh, maybe it's going forwards. Yeah, how come they don't just blow up that whole area? Don't know if that's AI or something. That's cool. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
You gonna have a convo with Aaron P live on stream?
I've already seen that clip. Yeah, he eats the chocolate thing. I don't know, maybe. Thanks for the donation, Aaron Green.
You know how over 50% of couples who experience a breakup end up getting back together at some point? Was there any point in your past relationship where you briefly broke up or thought about it and then got back together already? Before the divorce?
Well, technically, it was before we even met each other in person, though. It was when we were still, like, long distance and just talking to each other through the internet. Thanks for the donation, the 21st.
React to this, VG.
Let me take a look.
If you are a leftist or even a decent human being, you should be against imperialism. That is where the line starts. One of the largest threats to humanity today is, without a doubt, imperialism. The actions of Israel and the United States across the globe was...
Oh, gay. Gay. Oh my fucking god, that is so fucking gay. There's so much wrong with this, like, stupid fucking theory. For one thing, there's other imperialist nations. So China, Russia, namely. And if Muslims ever stopped fucking their cousins and were able to, like, stop fighting each other over how many times a day you should pray, like, they would also be imperialist too. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have China taking over everything? Would you rather have Russia taking over everything? Muslims taking over everything? Basically just fascist, totalitarian societies? Or would you rather have American imperialism, which I don't even know what the fuck he means by imperialism, honestly. Worst thing the U.S. does is just put in place, like, puppet presidents in places that they go to war with so that they play nice with American foreign policy. So, yeah, you could either have that, where all the U.S. wants is other nations to play nice with the U.S. for whatever interests the U.S. has. Like, it could be trade policies, oil, defense, you name it. Or you could have China literally trying to steal everybody's wealth, turn everything into a fascist dictatorship, literally take territory from everybody, or have Russia do that, or have Muslims do that. Like, it's just fucking So what would you rather have? Pick your poison. Like, obviously, American imperialism, I don't even know what the fuck these people mean by that term, is preferable. I'm not watching that whole fucking video. Like, I don't need to just rot my brain with, like, fucking cuck nonsense. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Thumb, do you have...
If your thumb can bend all the way back like this...
Doesn't bend all the way back, but it does point back.
You might think it's broken, but this flexibility is likely caused by unique traits in the genes responsible for collagen. If you have hitchhiker's thumb, this collagen holding your joint is even more pliable than normal, which allows you to bend the top part of your thumb at an extreme angle. If your thumb can...
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's extreme. It does bend backwards, but it's not extreme. Thanks for the donation, Speed Racer. Dodo, $22. Israel informs U.S. that it's running critically low on ballistic missile interceptors. That's Brick's news, so I'm not gonna take that seriously.
Did you know that this Indian curry was voted the best vegetarian dish in the world? Let's make misal pav. The key to the dish are sprouted mock beans, but you can also buy ready-made sprouts instead. It then gets its sensational flavor from a rich base that is made with toasted sesame seeds, coconut, onions and garlic. Add your own spice mix or even garam masala to speed it up and blend it into a thick paste known as the misal masala. To take it to the next level, the paste is then added to some sauteed aromatics, chili powder, turmeric and asafoetida before it's cooked until most of the water has evaporated. Now add the beans, the cooking liquid, tamarind and salt, then let everything boil until the iconic red oil known as tari floats on the surface, and finish it with some jaggery. Served with spiced potatoes, misal pav earned the title of the best vegetarian dish in the world in 2015, and it actually happens to be entirely vegan, even if served alongside Mumbai's famous
Okay. Are you talking about the 35,000 unarmed Iranian citizens regime slaughtered? Palmer, Lucky, doing something for this country. Yeah, I agree with that. Pokemon Go players.
Okay, so it turns out the Pokemon Go era wasn't a collective mental breakdown. It was an unpaid internship. Every single person who wandered into a cemetery at midnight, walked into a lamppost, or stood in the rain outside a Walgreens for 20 minutes, trying to catch a Snorlax was actually doing data entry for...
That lady's annoying. Retarded. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Rotundus donated $2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Girl, 30 seconds of nail trims. You deserve extra Grammys.
Oh my god, she is very rotund. That is a good rotundus. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd like to pet it, dear. Snow leopard. Wow. Wonder if it knows it's on camera. Kind of looks like it knows. Also, these look pretty decent. There's a 440 bench possible naturally, yes.
First time in Ireland.
My folks. Stuff is missing.
Well, if it's the same guy who made Caveat, that could be good. Hakum. Yeah, I might watch that.
Have you ever actually, like, flirted with Nikki?
I'm gonna go get some shots.
I'll come with you if she means this much to you. And I know she does. To say, Nikki, I think we should grab a drink sometime.
Nikki, wait. I was gonna ask you,
What?
I lost.
Oh my god. Yeah, I already don't like this movie.
My train of thought.
Good
night. What else?
Why?
One wish, well, you only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
I love you so much. A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
I don't see why this is a problem. Just make her do anal.
It's weird how you two are dating all of a sudden. Like, super dating.
I think Nikki is going through something.
So this is literally a yandere horror?
Like what? Is she okay? No.
Jeez, what kind of spells you put on her?
I love you. I love you.
Is that gas on him?
I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. We all have. As long as I.
That looks a little dumber, but probably funny to watch. Thanks for the donation, Rotundus.
I thought that woman in the Cody Pink photo was fake or something. It looked like a parody or a character you would find in Little Nightmares. WTF. Also watch.
You know who makes me really mad? The vegan teacher. That old granny.
No, I relate to that.
Bro,
she is kind of
she's-
crazy.
Yeah, I want to kick everybody in that room.
So she goes live like every day. She's like, don't eat meat. I'm like, fine. Like, I support vegans, but I'm a meat eater, as you can tell. Do you see my eyelids are like red?
What does that have to do with eating meat?
When your iron is high, your eyelids are really red, but when it's low, they're white. And a few weeks ago, mine were totally white.
Were you a vegan a few weeks ago?
Yeah. And I kept standing up and falling like I did in that.
I'm fine with these people just not living anymore. Like, if their house burned down, I'd be fine with that. Dad proposed to his 20-year-old daughter with a purity ring.
What is this?
She's fucking 20.
Sarah, will you wear this ring as a sign and a promise to God and to me to remain pure until the day you're married?
You know, this is a sexual fetish, right? This whole thing is weirdo creep dads wanting to have sex with their daughters. And they want them to stay virgins because that avoids them feeling jealous of other men. That's what this whole thing is. It's super fucking creepy. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Oh yeah, the you're not spiritual enough shit LMFAO. How could I forget that? How long did you break up with her during that time? It was like a month, right? What made you get back together? Did she reach out or you did?
I can't remember. I think it was like maybe 2-3 weeks. I actually went on like a date really soon after that happened. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 days. I actually went on 2 dates. The one date was fine. The one chick I went on the date with, I knew her in high school. She was bisexual, and she was more interested in women, and the guys she dated were just more feminine men. So she just wasn't really that into me. But the date went fine. We had fun, and then there's some other date where the girl was really cute. And she seemed pretty freaky. She was like talking to me like when we first met. We went into like some anime. Yeah, it's Anime Extreme. That's the store in downtown Toronto, and it basically just focuses on. They have a lot of manga that they sell. There's anime related stuff with figures and shit, and she was looking at some of the like sexy anime figures that they're selling, and then she was telling me she had like a fantasy of having like sex with a girl, and she thinks like lesbian sex is kind of hot, and she's masturbated to it, but she's like too worried to like actually do it. And like I thought that was really fucking hot too, so I was kind of interested. And then she just started acting like fucking nuts. I don't know what the fucking deal was. We were going out to eat, and then like she ends up running into a couple friends of hers, and she insisted that her friends come to eat with us, and they seemed fine, honestly. Like it wasn't that big of a deal, but like it's just weird how she wanted to date me, and then we randomly run into 2 of her friends, and she insists that they come along. Little weird. And then she just started acting like fucking nuts at the restaurant, like crying and screaming and shit. And then like I just finished my meal and fucking left. She like I met up with her again at like some vegan activist event thing, and she said sorry, but I don't know what the fuck her problem was. And then yeah, she they who shall not be named reached out to me and said she made up that whole thing about spirituality because apparently her sister lied about me, saying that I wasn't actually vegan and stuff, but I don't know. I think it was just all bullshit. She was just fucking nuts. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
A couple of the pre-fight clips.
Do you like me?
No!
What?
I don't like you. I've never liked you. I hate you.
What?
I can't fucking stand you. I think you're an asshole.
All right.
I'm being serious.
I know. Yeah. Do you like?
I brought you something. I brought you free.
Gonna be like the N-word thing. Yeah, KFC.
I think this will bring this to Shandon and solid.
Like, Gypsy Crusader is one of the most nauseating people. I don't really care, dude.
More Americans searched for the Oscars today than search queries about the Iran war in the last 2 weeks combined. That's how little Americans care. Honestly, people will vote based on the gas price. They don't care about the war itself.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, you would figure. So, like, no one gives a shit. Alright, that's kind of good news, I guess, because it's only, like, the fucking, like, retarded lefties who are saying anything. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
The Epstein files could hurt America more than missiles ever could.
No. The only thing that's really a problem with the Epstein files is just whether or not Trump is politically compromised. It seems that he is. That's really the only thing that the Epstein files, and it's probably not even the Epstein files themselves. It's probably some dirt Putin personally has or some shit. But thanks for the donation, dumbass. Dodo donated $2. Let me see. Wow. They're sitting on their eggs. That's kind of funny. Oh no. Oh, it costs money. Okay, great. Dumbasses. It's just like the most retarded, brain-dead propaganda. Mark Carney says Canada will never participate in the U.S. Operation Iran. Yep, that's Carney for you. By the way, the only reason he's fucking saying this is because the fucking liberal government let in a ton of fucking immigrants for no fucking reason. And now these fucking people have the power to vote. And he knows that there's certain districts that they would get fucked over on in elections if they ended up supporting the war in Iran because of the stupid ass fucking Muslims and shit. So there we go. There's the liberal government for you.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. Canada's policy is clear.
Gummy, holy fuck, dude.
Canada.
You are so ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. I literally have to get like a different shaped fucking computer case so that he can't like jump on my fucking computer and turn off the fucking power supply and shit.
Supports the necessity of preventing Iran's nuclear program and exporting of any terrorism. Canada is not participating in the offensive operations of Israel and the United States and will not ever.
Dude, these people are the most corrupt, cowardly, like, fucktarded idiots imaginable. And people vote for them. Like, did you just hear how fucking ridiculous that sounded? Yeah, the Iranian regime is this, like, fascist, evil dictatorship that exports terrorism all around the world. And the Iranian regime has killed Canadian citizens, by the way. I think this just happened a few days ago. Iran, Canada, assassination. Yeah. two charged in killing a former SFU instructor who was outspoken Iran critic. So the Iranian regime killed a fucking Canadian citizen. This guy was a dissident from Iran living in Canada. He was a professor, and they fucking murdered him. That was the Iranian regime. And sure enough, two Iranians charged in Canada over targeted killing of activist Masood Masjoudi. This was an Iranian dissident. So we have fucking Iranian agents in Canada assassinating Canadian citizens, and then this fucking guy is here saying, we are in no way ever going to fucking help the United States, defeat terrorism in Iran, when they're fucking murdering Canadian citizens. This guy is such a fucking cowardly piece of shit, just spineless fucktard asshole. And again, the only reason he's saying this is because he's a fucking whore. This guy is a fucking cocksucking whore. His fucking own party imported a fuck ton of retarded fuckwit immigrants who he knows occupy certain fucking districts that are gonna fucking vote liberal. And he knows these Muslim fucktards he imported aren't going to like Canada intervening in the fucking Iran war, so they're a liability for liberal victories, in upcoming elections. So what do? They do this shit. Yeah, we're not going to support an end of terrorism. We want Iran to murder Canadian citizens. Fuck them. They are literal fucking useless whores. And they're just infested with communist brain rot fucking nonsense. I can't stand these people. They're the most ideological fucktards I've ever fucking seen, and people still vote for them. It's fucking crazy. They've outright admitted the fucking gun ban that they're trying to pass. It's impractical.
The printing press.
They can't fucking do it. It has absolutely no benefit to anybody, and they're still fucking doing it anyway. I can't stand them.
Comes in 1450, and it isn't done shaping the world instantly. It takes 40 years to even be economically sustainable. It's not until the 1490s that printers are making money. And then in the 15 teens, it's time for pamphlets and pamphlet distribution. And now there's news, and news is suddenly done by print, a revolution on the same scale as the difference between computers and cell phones. Then we get the newspaper, another new application of the same technology that follows like social media. So it's one information revolution having multiple successive revolutionary applications as it disseminates and eventually saturates. And it moves on a time scale quite similar to the time scale in which the digital one is happening as well, so that print keeps hitting Europe with successive revolutions for 150 years. And every couple decades, there'll be a new bang, or sometimes every decade, there'll be a new, suddenly it's possible to get a printed pamphlet.
She's annoying.
Well, we're celebrating Women's History Month here at ABC News Live Weekend, and over the past century, women have overcome
here we go.
Inequalities like the right to vote and even the right to work. And while the gender pay gap has been reduced, it hasn't disappeared. Recently released data.
Gender pay gap. Oh boy, don't get me started. If women want to get paid more, they can fucking work more. It's that simple. My fucking family doctor, she ended up quitting her fucking practice because she wanted to have kids. And by the way, she could have had kids and kept being a doctor. It's just her husband made enough money. So that's how women think, right? They don't care about their fucking career. They care more about their friends and their family and their fucking personal lives. They're not motivated to work hard, make money, compete with other men in the fucking workforce or anything like that. They're just motivated to just focus on their own personal lives and relationships. So that's why the gender pay gap exists, because they don't want to fucking work. And then you still have these fucking dumb cunts who don't want to work, They don't want to do dangerous work. They don't want to put their own health at risk. And they don't want to go like the extra mile to outcompete other fucking men that they're working with. And they just want a more balanced life where they focus on their own personal relationships. But they still want to make more fucking money than you. So, yeah. It's that simple. Women just do not want to fucking work. That's it. So if you want to make money, work. Then you wouldn't have anything to complain about with the pay gap.
Shows the gender gap more than doubles over the course of a woman's career, according to Glassdoor. Gender economist Katika Roy joins me now to break all of this down. Katika, you say...
I'm sorry. Who the fuck takes this dumb bitch seriously? Just look at her fucking face.
You fought the pay gap and won. What went into that, and how can other women learn from your experience?
Absolutely. So I'm a gender economist, but I'm also a former global...
Gender economist? Like, is this April Fool's? What? I'm a gender economist. It's kind of like being an economist, but I like think about dicks and like pussies. Like what?
500 executive and breadwinner mom who fought to be paid equitably twice and won. And I used the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, which actually happened to be the first bill that President Obama signed into law. And what that did was change the statute of limitations for equal pay to every single time you receive an inequitable paycheck. And what's really important...
So, this bitch basically made less money because she's an idiot, and then she just whined and complained to make as much money, claiming sexism when no, you're just a useless fucking idiot who's less productive. And apparently the whining and complaining paid off because there's just a bunch of dumbasses who will listen to somebody who looks like a fucking clown. Have you ever seen anybody whose face looks like this and like is taken fucking seriously? No shit, you don't make as much money as the fucking men you work with. Look at you. You're a fucking joke.
As you mentioned, is that equal pay isn't just about fairness, it's about economic infrastructure.
Yeah, to that point, what impact does the...
Well, there you go. There you go. It's not about fairness. I deserve more money for doing less work.
Gender pay gap have on the broader U.S. economy?
Absolutely. So the gender pay gap is actually about economic solvency. If we close the gender pay gap in the United States, we would add $512 billion to the U.S. economy. We would also close the Social Security.
This is like just brain rot, retarded horseshit. If we paid people more money for doing less work, we'd add more money to the economy. Oh, really? Let's just pay everybody quadruple then. Let's start paying people who work at McDonald's $1 billion. It'll add $1 trillion to the economy. I'm a fucking idiot.
Security savings gap by a third, which is actually currently of critical importance since the Social Security...
Dude, this bitch calls herself a gender economist. Like, you're gonna fucking take her seriously with your fucking money? Like, imagine going to a fucking bank or something and looking for an accountant, and then, like, the person says, yeah, I'm like, a gender accountant. Like, what the fuck does that mean? And then imagine them looking like a fucking clown. You're not gonna fucking... This is a joke. Oh, wow.
The printing press comes
Yeah,
in...
that's ABC News for you. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Oh, how the horror genre has fallen.
Horror's been fairly consistent. It's been fairly consistent. I'd say, there's probably more banger horror movies, like, in the 80s, 90s, and, early 2000s. but it's stayed fairly consistent. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Parker's kind of a gay retard. 2:13 and 32 seconds.
Oh yeah, this guy's a gay communist fucking pussy bitch. Like, dude, just look at his face. I am assuming we're gonna hear something about Iran or something, or Gaza or some horse shit, right?
I don't know.
Okay, do you think it's okay to eat a dog for no, like, just for the heck of it?
Like, are you consuming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's debated vegans and he's like a fucking dipshit.
And is it someone else's pet?
It's just a dog.
No, so it's not someone else's pet?
It's just a stray dog.
Okay. Yeah, you what's it called? I don't know as it relates to this. I would say that the same thing as it relates to the context of cows and pigs.
I don't
My
know.
argument is, or not my argument, my position is still, I don't know.
Look, come on, bro. Like, you can say, I don't know, and run away.
Yeah, this guy is a beta male twink faggot. So this is a communist dork who, like, you can watch his, like, political views. All Chinese nonsensical fucking propaganda, and he thinks he's smart because, you know, he has, like, some decent takes against, like, MAGA retards or Trump supporters. He's a fucking idiot. Like, you can look at his debates with veganism. It exposes how much of a fucking idiot he is. So this guy who moralizes constantly about genocide in Palestine, where, but then, like, oh yeah, it's okay to murder animals for no fucking reason. Like, again, it really is a virtue. Like, when you see a dude who looks like this, who's like this weak, skinny, like dorky looking dipshit, just don't take them seriously. There's no fucking man that you should take seriously who would end up looking like this. Like, at least at that age. Like, when you grow up and like your balls descend and you start producing testosterone and you go through life and you start understanding, like, the importance of physical strength and, like, you know, just being a fucking man, and then you end up like turning out like this. You should never listen to somebody who, as a fucking adult, looks like this, because you know they're just a fucking joke. Thanks for the donation, though. Human supremacy can suck my ass. Should paid paternity leave be law? Well, I don't think paid maternity leave is law, is it? And I'm pretty sure with the maternity leave, you can have one parent get the benefits for maternity leave. So it doesn't really matter. Dodo donated $2. Taiwan is reporting a large military buildup by China right now. I wonder if it's because Trump is distracted by the Middle East now, so that's removed there. From Asia, doesn't care about Taiwan. No. It's just, China's just, like, this happens every week. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
777,777. Richard Burgess and Bichard Burgess and Richard Burgess and Bichard Burgess and Richard Burgess and Bichard Burgess. I have a bird. The bird is called Richard Burgess. You kinda look a bird, Richard. Trollolololololol 7,000,777 octillion 777 septillion 777 sextillion 777 quintillion 777 quadrillion 777 trillion 777 billion 777,777,777.
All right, thank you for that. Appreciate the donation. 808 Tillers, did you hear that there are massive anti-regime riots in Cuba, burning down communist buildings? You know what's sad though? 5 years ago, I would have thought people would have been fine with going to war with North Korea. Oh, how wrong I was. Yeah, really. It seems like the average American does not think like this. Like, this is just online brain rot horse shit. But yeah, there's clearly still a lot of communist infiltration into the left-wing political sphere. It's fucking crazy. And there's Russian infiltration into the right wing. Thanks for the donation, eh?
Why are they glazing Iran? And of course his entire follower base agrees with him in the comments.
Let me see.
In that latest interview I did on the 5th day, I said we have passed the peak and we're heading downhill.
Oh, Majority Report with Sam Cedar, they're communists. Sam Cedar is, like, by the way, one of the most white guilt cucked, like, dipshit Jews I've ever fucking seen in my life. He was debating Ethan Klein on, the Hamas, Gaza-Israel situation. Sam Cedar refuses to recognize Hamas as a terrorist organization, and he referred to them as freedom fighters. That's how insane Sam Cedar is. So the reason he's glazing Iran and saying, oh, the US government is going to, gonna lose and Iran's winning, he's a commie. He's just listening to all the commie propaganda coming out of fucking China. That's why.
Now is our downhill phase. You saw what happened just last night in Tel Aviv. This was a day ago. Meaning because we hit the radars and the infrastructure today, truly.
Why? Like this is such a joke. I don't even know where the fuck he gets this shit from, by the way. You're supposedly an American political commentator, and then you're relying on an Iranian news network to, update you on the current events on the fucking war?
Truly, Mr. Trump and Netanyahu are trapped in a slaughterhouse in the Persian Gulf. And in the coming days and weeks, much more joyful news will be delivered to the dear nation of Iran. Look, the big mistake they made was that they came and designed a short-term war, but they didn't realize this might turn into a long-term one. Even the greatest international powers, if they initially plan for a short-term war and halfway through it becomes a long-term war, no matter how much power they have, they will be defeated. Why? Because short-term wars have a specific design. They require...
Where the fuck do you even find this? And again, it's just baffling. This guy is an American political commentator, and he's just taking everything an Iranian news network says as just fact, just at face value.
There it is. We'll be able to make an assessment as to just how much this guy just walked everybody through it a week or so from now. But when you see the International Energy Agency begging...
Dude, it's just how the fuck do people watch him? This got 1.8 million views. I hope to fuck people are watching him ironically, and they're like, what's this idiot gonna say next? But, this guy literally just showed what, an Iranian news agency put out as fucking propaganda in Iran, and then was like, well, there you go. Iran's better. Like, it's just nuts. But yeah, that's what all the fucking lefty commie fuckwits are doing. Yeah, thanks for the donation, Anonymous.
Damn nigga, you went on 2 fucking dates right when she broke up with you. Was that because you wanted to cope with the heartbreak? How did you still love you-know-who after the 2 to 3 weeks? I would have just moved on by then. Never heard that story before, Toe.
Yeah, no, I just move on from things very quickly and easily. Like, I just, you know, I was upset over it, and then, like, after a day, I felt fine, moved on. So, like, the reason we got back together was because, like, the way she explained it, it seemed like it was a big misunderstanding, so I figured, okay, we'll try dating again and see how things go. And, yeah, I mean, looking back, yeah, no shit. Like, look, I was like, what, 23 or something when I met her, so it's, you know, knowing what I know now, yeah, that was a huge red flag. Thanks for the donation, 21st. Let's see, Aaron. My annual payment, dad should be supporting his son and not his son supporting his dad. Hope life is good, VG. Will you get any more pets? I might get another cat. Maybe. The issue is Gummy's a fucking asshole, and he plays very rough, and he doesn't know when to kind of slow down. So if I get another cat, it has to be a big ass cat who can stand up to Gummy and tell him to just fuck off. So might get a cat in the future, maybe. But thank you, Aaron. Poo donated $2. Is this Aaron P?
Loved hearing about what was on your mind. What is on your mind when you're eating a delicious meal, a succulent chicken meal?
Fucker.
Fucker, okay.
Don't think that's Aaron P.
You know what? I understand how Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump feels about Epstein being mentioned. It's not fun for them. Being accused. Because total strangers on Instagram are accusing me of something I didn't do, and that is talk to a 14-year-old. I didn't do that. I have no memory of that. I don't even have the email on my Instagram.
Oh my god.
It was sent to me. They tried framing me. And I've been against that since 2009, since Forth Today came out with their song Fight the Silence.
I don't think that's Aaron P either, but that was fucking hilarious. Oh shit.
Uma atualização de baixa de preço e para o outro chip da Seara, e aí então resolvi.
I also don't think that's Aaron P. Dude, that'd be a fucking nightmare having a retarded kid. Holy fuck.
What is your overall opinion on the Epstein files? About Epstein himself, about Trump, about the victims, about the other people on the list, etc. You think it's all just a big nothing burger? Just curious.
Yeah, nothing happened. It's just a load of bullshit. So the only thing Epstein ever got charged with was paying 17-year-old to have sex with him. And by the way, the woman lied about her age. So there were a bunch of teenage girls who were literal whores who wanted to make money performing sexual favors. And some of them lied about their age because they wanted to make money off this rich guy. Like, that's the worst. The worst of it. So he only got paid with, like, just paying prostitutes. And again, 17 is the legal age of consent in most states. And most of the world, the legal age of consent is, like, 16. Like in Canada, nationwide, it's 16. UK, it's 16. Most of Europe, it's like around 16. Sometimes it goes as low as 14. But like, yeah, it's so fucking overblown. It's just insane. And all the women who are claiming they're like, you know, like this like crazy sex trafficking operation with Epstein, they're liars. They made up everything. None of their fucking stories can be verified as true. None of them are able to fucking name anybody who's actually, like, raped them or anything. It's just all fucking retarded, made up nonsense. So, yeah, the worst thing Epstein seems to have done is, like, had paid prostitutes who might have been slightly under the age of 18. That's it. And again, the only reason he did that is because they lied about their age. Thanks for the donation, though, Enigma.
The new Reuters poll asked Americans how much they'd heard about the strikes against Iran. While 51% said a lot, almost half said only a little or less. And of the ones that care, half support it. CNN.com/2026/03/12/politics/us opinion Iran war polls.
Americans are pretty stupid. Pretty much every country is just filled with fucking idiots. Americans in particular, though, I don't think, they're definitely not a nation of people where you'd expect them to kind of understand the importance of the war. So, thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Dodo donated $2. How brave of him. Let me see.
No to war and free Palestine.
Yeah. Gay. I love how this guy, like, plays this, like, psychopathic serial killer in fucking movies and shit, and then, like, war bad, free Palestine. Like, holy shit, what a fucking retard. These Hollywood celebrities are, like, just fucking clowns. This is becoming really great for Putin. Financial Times reports the U.S. has told its European allies that deliveries of the U.S. arms they are buying for Ukraine may be delayed as priority is now being given to customers in the Middle East. Yeah. And wow, so productive and useful. Honestly, like, Europe should have supported Ukraine way more than they have. It's a joke. Javier Bardem at the Oscars started out saying no to war and free Palestine. Yeah, really great, wonderful. Oh my god! Thanks for that donation, Dodo. Ninja, please, $22. Let me apologize in advance for sending you this cringe post to react to, justifying a synagogue shooting, but also saying not justifying this lol. Okay, well, you could already tell this guy's a gay retard, so...
Violence
pretty silent after the terrorist attack by radical Islamists, yeah.
begets violence. On Tuesday, 41-year-old
Dude, like, it's... Why does anybody listen to these people or take them seriously? Like, if you didn't pay me to react to this, I'd be like, oh, yeah, gay retard, and then I'd click off, but it's just... Wow.
Ayman Ghazali sat for 2 hours in a car full of explosives in the parking lot of a Michigan synagogue before driving through the front doors, dying in a shootout with security guards, and going up in smoke. 10 days prior, an Israeli airstrike on Lebanon killed Ayman's 2 brothers and his baby niece and nephew, who he posted to his Facebook story the night before carrying out his attack. Ayman had no...
Oh, okay. So, since, Muslims committed 9/11, every American should have just slaughtered every Muslim in the fucking country. They should have gone to every mosque and shot it up, right? Like, that justifies it, right? Like, this is
prior criminal record, and someone who knew him for a decade said that he was, quote, an extremely kind and gentle person. In the days after his...
Yeah, that's why he tried to murder Jews. Uh-huh.
Family was killed, colleagues said he stopped showing up to the restaurant that he worked at. The US-backed State of Israel inflicted unimaginable...
So, yeah, these people are gay retards. They're fucking commies. They're the most pathetic beta male fucktards imaginable. And again, if you see somebody who's male and looks like this, just never take them seriously, because they're, like, you have to be fucking stupid as a man to look like this. Like, you are actually a fucking dumbass. Thanks for the donation though, Ninja, please.
The funny thing is, Isaac's kind of a skinny beta male gay twink. But he's a smart boy and you would recommend people listen to him.
No, he's not like that, dude. Thanks for the donation, 21st. Sleepy, you don't need $2, let me see.
It's so true. Get the cooked starches out of your life. Potatoes, rice, beans, breads, pastas. We're told we need to eat these grain-based foods and that they're healthy for us, but they're really causing acid waste accumulation in the body. They're causing constipation in the body. And you can...
Yeah, no, that's true and it's stupid.
Man, I think Trump should just be on Mount Rushmore, man. They should put him on Mount Rushmore and he should be the president until he passes away, because he's just winning and winning and winning. I never seen this much win.
Yeah, these people are just dumbasses. I'd like to see Marco Rubio as the next president. That would be my top pick.
We're about to turn it on and watch what he does.
What is it? What is that?
No, don't get him too close to the fan.
What is it, Gary?
That's a really cute cat.
Gary is...
I like that cat. Thanks for the donation, Sleepy.
And speaking of losers, VG Dark Sovina is promoting hate. Look at the comments as well.
Iran declares NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, blah, blah, blah. Offices, data centers, legitimate military targets. Blow them up if they are using AI to murder human beings. Yeah, because it's not like China's doing that, right? Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Dodo Donny Tillers, what is the voice of Hind Rajab? That link's broken.
This is everything I ate at the Ramadan Bazaar this year. As a vegan, the Thai fried banana here is literally the best. It's coated in this batter that's super crispy, vanilla-y, and has a nice crunch to it from the nuts. Obviously a really generous portion as well for only $6. They also had fried sweet potato, taro, and tempeh, but the bananas were my favorite. Followed by the tempeh, there were also several pani puri stalls. They gave a potato filling and the pani, which is basically spiced water. $10 for this felt pretty expensive, but it was really tasty. I also had to get a strawberry matcha. Unfortunately, there was not much matcha and more milk, so it was basically a really sweet drink. The sweet potato balls were the best I've ever tried, crispy and super airy. Highly recommend, enjoy, and follow for more.
Never seen sweet potato balls. Tech guide up, cancer-riddled rescue dog, not going to give you up. Tale of heartbroken tech entrepreneur. That's interesting. Wow. So, they're actually using that, AI stuff to make bespoke, anti-cancer vaccines. That's fucking crazy. I get it. That's pretty cool. What's that device? Huh. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
'69ing, masturbation, whacking off, butt fucking, hot Asians, oral, cum shot, vaginas, dildo, orgasm, proxy page, Riley Reid, Sasha Grey, gaping, fisting, balls and cock, chocolate starfish, reverse cowgirl, missionary, doggy style, tentacle hentai, BBC.
Yeah, thanks for the donation, Ben Boy. Dodo donate $2. Humanoid robot arrested after reportedly harassed an elderly woman. No intellectual ability.
He's helping them?
I think he might be helping him a little bit, yeah, I guess. And he probably thinks we're helping Ukraine, right?
And you are, right?
Yeah, we're helping him also. And so he says that. And China would say the same thing, you know. It's like, hey, they do it and we do it, in all fairness.
Trump's outrageously retarded. Like, he's a really, really dumb guy. It kind of shows you just how, like, robust the American institutions are themselves. If the country is being led by a fucktard like that. People are dumb, obviously. That's not Erica, but listen to the tape. It's creepy. Yeah, the link's broken. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Full-fledged retardation.
Let's see, what is this stupid shit?
Just because I'm not actively struggling with an eating disorder doesn't mean I don't still struggle. Just because I'm not currently binge eating doesn't mean that those desires are just gone. And just because I'm not over-exercising anymore doesn't mean I'm confident in my body. But it is so important as specifically Christian.
I can guarantee you, like, 99.9% of people who say they're over-exercising are not over-exercising.
Female athletes, that we find our identity not in what we do, but in the Lord. Let me say it again. Your identity is not how healthy you eat, what macros you hit, what your splits are for your run, if you have a six-pack or not. Wipe that out the window because you are not defined by that. That isn't a personality trait of you. The Lord gives you personality traits like being driven, being hardworking.
Who's... I don't understand. Why is there an Asian guy? Yeah, why does it show this is an Asian guy on the channel and then this is like some random bitch? What the fuck? Alright, thanks for that donation, dude. Dodo donated $2. This is the moment where I realized hummingbirds are like real-life anime characters. Oh my god. It's a hummingbird. Oh. The cat is watching him. Oh, a bee! My goodness. Dude, like, these videos are so fucking adorable. Oh my god. These cats are doing stuff. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. Wow. That's good.
This video is made possible.
This isn't worth watching. I actually watched this on my spare time. Basically, they're just complaining that Lego's trying to make more money, so... They're just doing more license deals. A lot of their sets are expensive, and some people are complaining about the reduction in quality with some of the Lego pieces. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that interesting. Epstein's Island was so horrific, one victim tried to swim away. Yeah, sure. We can watch that. I'm sure it's going to be nonsense.
I think it's probably for the best that so many, probably a majority of Americans are barely or not politically engaged at all, honestly. It probably helps keep the country together and corporations and businesses running smoothly. Polarization is not good.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, in all likelihood, that's true. Like, especially if, like, most people were politically interested and then, you end up getting most people kind of agreeing with some of the communist shit, that'd be really bad. So it's probably better that only a small portion of the country is really politically interested or motivated. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Butts, ass, farts, poop, shit, gluteus maximus, anus, butthole, rear end, big booty hose, ass slapping, spanking, twerking, cavity search, prostate exam, eating booty, ass sniffing, enemas, prolapse, digestive system, sticking it where sun don't shine.
Yeah, most of that sounds pretty damn good. I love butts. They drive me nuts. Thanks for the donation, Ben Boy.
Lol, that Gatard is also Jewish and always have to imply as a Jew in his post for every time he criticizes Israel, As if that makes his argument valid at all. Lol.
Yes. Don't mention that you're, like, smarter than anybody else, or you know more, or you're educated. As a Jew. Yeah. What a pick-me, white guilt, fucking beta male cuck. What a miserable fucking existence. Thanks for the donation, Grey Knight. Pizza roll, nipples, donate $2. Love you, Richard. If you could get away with exploring Epstein's old mansion, would you? Yeah, I guess why not? Do you have extended family that lives close? Do you ever go to gatherings? No. They don't live close by. And no, I never go to family gatherings. So, yeah, I don't do that. Did you like Bad Bunny's performance? No. So, I never even heard of Bad Bunny before. That guy is a pathetic gay retard, for one thing. Like, I don't know how you can be a man and call yourself Bad Bunny. That's just gay as fuck. And his music is trash. It's just the most fucking stupid brain rot trash I've ever fucking heard in my life. I'd honestly rather listen to Taylor Swift than Bad Bunny. Like, it's that bad. No, cats don't want you to get toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis is probably good for you. Thanks for the donation, Pizza Roll Nipples.
Holy fuck, China is using AI to kill people. How could any SJW support them?
Well, they're commies, so, you know. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Dodo $20 link was broken, question mark. Sentimental Value won Best International Film over the voice of Hind Rajab. Definitely not a better film. Hind Rajab should have won. Is this, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Is that like some gay Palestinian thing? Oh. Is this even real, by the way? Okay, okay. So this is just... Was this the story of the, where they were hit by, like, a tank? Like an armored vehicle or some shit? Because her dumbass dad drove right into, a bunch of Israeli armored vehicles? Oh my god, what a, like, Hollywood is just the most fucking fucked-hearted. This is pathetic after Trump a week ago told the UK not to send warships because they already won and he was being petty.
President Trump is calling on other countries to help secure safe passage of ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump specifically called on China, France, the UK, and others to help. Shipping traffic has been at a virtual standstill in the strait, caused gas prices to spike. In a new interview with MS Now, Iran's foreign minister disputed the claim that the strait is closed. CNN correspondent Julia Benbrook has more.
This is a big area of focus right now, as roughly 20% of the world's oil travels through the Strait of Hormuz. And President Donald Trump has posted about this several times over the weekend. I want to pull up part of
Well, yeah, Iran's trying to block the oil tankers.
one of those posts for you now. In it, he said this: many countries, especially those who are affected by Iran's attempted closure of the Hormuz Strait, will...
Yeah, calling it a closure is like you can say it's inaccurate. They're particularly just stopping oil tankers.
Will be sending warships in conjunction with the United States of America to keep the strait open and safe. We have already destroyed 100% of Iran's military capability, but it's easy for them to send a drone or two, drop a mine, or deliver a close-range missile somewhere along.
Yeah. Well, again, the U.S. has pretty much defeated Iran militarily. They can't really do anything other than just send out some drones. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. A donated $2. Let me see. That's nice. I like that cat. Cats are good.
The U.S. going to war with Iran. The U.S. is getting fucked. They have used all their interceptor missiles.
That's not true. I don't know where the fuck you heard that from.
The U.S. empire is taking a massive hit, and I think maybe the largest defeat that it's ever seen. How do you feel about
These people are absolute brain-broken retards. You, like, by the way, you could literally just ask, like, AI, dude. Like, isn't Google just, like, automatically doing the AI thing? How is the US doing attacking Iran, question mark? Is there a AI mode? As of March 16th, 2026, the United States is in its third week of large-scale military campaign known as Operation Fury, military progress strategy. U.S. officials report significant progress degrading Iran's offensive capabilities. The conflict remains intense. U.S. has struck approximately 6,000 targets. U.S. casualties, at least 13 U.S. service members have been killed, including 6 KC-135 refueling aircraft crash. That may not have had anything to do with, like, some kind of air defense thing. That might have just been, like, crew errors. Iranian casualties, estimates from Iranian and international sources indicate about 1,500 people have been killed in Iran. Thousands of residential community units have been damaged. Current status, President Trump said the combat operations will continue. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just weird how you have AI resources that you can just consult. And then, oh yeah, the US has suffered its worst military defeat ever. And then, like, you read that and it's like, yeah, there's only 13 US casualties and 1,500 Iranian casualties. Like, where the fuck are they getting the idea? The U.S. military is like... They have to be making it up. I don't even know any real information chains that are, like, saying the U.S. has, like, suffered its worst military defeat ever.
all of this?
Like, I guess Sam Cedar is just repeating Iranian propaganda. And if you just hear some of the, like, stupid garbage coming out of Iran itself, they're basically saying, oh, well, this is going to take a lot longer. It's going to be a lot harder for Americans to deal with us. Like, that's all the... But it's weird. They have to be making it up. Iran has hit 0 Americans to my knowledge. Yeah, there's been 13 U.S. casualties, but... I'm not sure if any of that has to do with any kind of direct attack on U.S. military bases. There might have been, like, 1 or 2 pilots that have been killed from anti-air defenses. And I know there's been some refueling aircraft casualties, but that was probably crew error, not them getting shot down or anything.
Chaos was caused because of this sign right here. Rangeres, proudly non-halal restaurant.
Oh, watch that 805. Oh my god, here we go.
Right, listen. All of you, you're causing breach of the peace. So you gotta move and leave the area. Right, you gotta move.
Such a retarded person, this guy. Solve and bad. And of course, nothing is gonna happen to these people, right? Nothing.
Buddy, this is in the fucking UK. Like, can you imagine?
Nothing. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter who they offend. Nothing will happen to them because the police...
You literally can't open a restaurant that says you serve non-halal food without getting attacked by fucking Muslims. And, like, they still think this mass immigration is a good idea. All right, well, thanks for the donation, eh? Appreciate it.
Infamous sex offender Jeffrey Epstein used the secluded island to both wine and dine the rich and build a trap where women and children as young as 12 describe rape, sexual abuse.
What do you mean, 12? Where the fuck did they get that? If you look at any of the indictments, what, the youngest girl is like 17 years and like 4 months or something?
And trafficking.
Where the fuck did they get the 12?
The young women who went on the island were basic prisoners. You couldn't leave.
A CNN review of...
I don't know, like, by the way, what the fuck do they even mean by that? So, he was flying out girls to the island. It's a fucking island. So, if you don't have a boat or a plane, like, yeah, I'm guessing you have to wait for somebody with the boat or plane to leave. What do they mean by once you're there, you're not allowed to leave? It's just so fucking weird.
Thousands of videos, photos, and emails in the DOJ files, written testimony from victims, and satellite imagery paint the clearest picture yet of how Epstein transformed this island into an elaborate crime scene. The files show the signs of abuse captured on camera.
No, doesn't.
It's just for Jeffrey's amusement.
Powerful guests publicly and repeatedly say they didn't see this abuse, but it was so obvious and bold, according to one victim.
Look, that should tell you something right then and there. This guy had so many fucking parties, so many prominent people going to this island. They can't all be pedophiles and sex perverts and shit like that. So the fact that none of this ever ended up getting leaked and nobody ended up like informing the police or FBI, that should speak volumes. That like Bill Gates was there, fucked a bunch of prostitutes, never mentioned anything about underage girls. Like who else? The Clintons, Trump, but you know, Trump, like that guy wants to have sex with his daughter. But you name it, like, just the who's who from every fucking country has been to his fucking island and shit and gone to his parties. The fact that nobody has ever fucking said anything and informed the FBI about this, like, what do you think the chances are that of the, like, hundreds or thousands of prominent intellectuals, businessmen, political figures, none of them ever reported anything to the police or FBI? It's just ridiculous.
That anyone spending significant time at any of Epstein's residences would have clearly been aware of what was going on. To do what he planned, Epstein used the island's seclusion.
This is my swimming pool. No one's allowed to dock here. My beach.
Helicopter or boat were the only way visitors could get to the island he purchased for about $8 million in 1998.
Yeah, that's because it's a fucking island, you dumb bitch.
In 2002, satellite images show the island, Little St. James, was barely developed. Just one main house here and a few small buildings on the northern tip of the roughly 70-acre island. Over the next 2 decades, you can see Epstein's building spree.
Congratulations, you're banned. See you later, dumbass.
As he transformed it into a luxurious vacation escape, expanding the main home to the north. He built a larger pool, new cabanas, upgraded rooms, a dental office for some unknown reason, and this unusual...
Maybe... Like, what the fuck? Dental office for some unknown reason. Well, what the fuck do you think a dental office is for?
Usual-looking building, referred to in the files as a temple. He also bought a $300,000 antique desk and statues worth about $100,000. As Epstein developed his getaway, he wrote repeatedly in emails to business and government leaders, "Come visit me on my island." Even after Epstein was convicted in 2008 for sex crimes, including one involving a minor, the visitors kept coming. Like
by the way, the minor was 17 years old in several months, and she lied about her age. So give me a fucking break. Like, it's just retarded. And again, most states, legal age of consent is 17.
Co-founder Reid Hoffman, who explained on a podcast late last year that he briefly went to the island while fundraising for MIT.
He was a masterful networker.
But beneath Epstein's business dealings, Virgin Islands prosecutors say Epstein coerced girls as young as 12 into sexual activity.
Where's the evidence for that? None. Absolutely not. This is just a bunch of nonsense that somebody fucking made up. He was never charged with this in any of the indictments.
One victim said she was trapped on the island. I tried to escape Epstein and the others by trying to swim off after spending the...
So, where's the... This is the most ridiculous fucking horse shit. So, it's near the British Virgin Islands. Like, this is just so absurd. So, here's Little St. James, Great St. James. You're telling me somebody had the idea of, where were they trying to go? Like, okay, so I guess either here or here. Like, what's the shortest difference to like some kind of mainland? What's the distance? How do you fucking calculate distance from like one point to another without like any actual route? But like you're talking about no one could possibly swim that far. Especially a teenage girl who's not athletic. Like, that has to be a ridiculously, stupidly long distance to fucking swim. And you're talking about open ocean with currents and everything. Like, how fucking stupid does that sound? I don't know if you can have, like, is there any possible way to do, like, a street view or something? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if you were looking down from this island, like, you'd realize just how far everything is. I don't even know if, like, this or this is even... You can even see it from, like, that far away. Like, it would just be, like, gray and misty from that distance. Like this story just sounds fucking stupid. There's no fucking chance anybody would think of fucking trying to swim off the island. Like, this is clearly a bullshit fucking lie. No one would think of doing that. $8 Iran. Let me see.
بعد از عمری مجاهدت حسینی و دائمی و خستگی ناپذیر روح بلند و ملکوتی کوه نستوه ولایت پدر مهربان امت رهبر و امام مسلمین حضرت آیت الله العظما سید علی حسینی خامنه ای در راه سربلندی حرم جمهوری اسلامی ایران شهد گوارای شهادت را نوشیدند و به ملکوت اعلی پیوستند.
Gay versus Israel. Nice. And USA. Yeah. Thanks for the donation. What a fucking joke.
The day being raped. Epstein's home decor.
Dude, I can guarantee you, like, women do this all the fucking time. This happened to a bunch of hockey players. This happened to, like, some NFL football players and shit. When you have some, like, dumb whores who are flown out to have sex with, like, a millionaire or something, and especially a situation like this where it's like, holy fuck, I'm flying on a private jet and then I go on a helicopter ride to a private island and it's like super fucking fancy. Like, this guy must be worth $1 billion. They're thinking, what kind of stupid fucking story can I make up to claim this guy raped me so I can get money? And sure enough, it paid off. Some of these Epstein victims, quote unquote, despite their stories making absolutely no sense, being proven fucking liars, making up horse shit, they got payouts in the tens of millions. So, like, I can fucking guarantee you, these fucking girls were thinking, like, this was running through their head while all this shit was going on.
Or even showed signs of his crimes.
There were bunk beds. And I said to him, oh my God, are you expecting grandchildren? And he said, no, these are for the girls.
We spoke with architect and interior designer.
Well, are they supposed to sleep on the floor?
Robert Couturier. He was hired by Epstein to work on the island. He backed out of the project after a few months and then told the FBI this is what Epstein instructed.
Especially for the bunk rooms, they had to be for girls. They had to be for girls. There's dance, pink, and these sorts of things.
So there's no mistaking this wasn't for...
This guy sounds like he's making up a load of horseshit after the fact because he either wanted to be on TV or he wanted to absolve himself of being related to Epstein. You're telling me some interior designer or like architect or something would stop working on a project because, oh, I want like a room for like that would be appealing to girls. Just make it like pink or something. Are you fucking kidding me? What is the issue exactly? So the guy likes dating or having sex with young women, and you have a problem with that where you informed the FBI? This guy wants to date multiple young women. Yeah, FBI, this guy is attracted to women.
For women, these
give me a break.
You don't put women on bunk beds, I'm sorry.
Bullshit. Okay, so this guy is just totally full of shit. All these people are fucking liars.
Youth hostel somewhere.
Like, by the way, we've seen how these people lie before. Who is that guy who, there's that fucking guy who worked for the FBI who said, oh, I got so creeped out by Epstein, and I was with my wife. I never went back to the island or talked to him ever again. And then the Epstein files released. Turns out the dude's a liar. He was talking to Epstein, flying out to his island for years after he claimed. Guarantee you, similar thing here. These people just don't want to be associated with Epstein because of the thing, and they're just making up stories now.
What's up, VG? I have a steroid-related question. I am truly considering doing a test-only ramp-up cycle for 16 weeks, 300 milligrams, 400, 500 a week. Would you recommend doing cycles or do you cruise year-round, and would you recommend IM or sub-Q?
So, first of all, you don't just arbitrarily up doses for no reason. You only up doses as needed. So if you're building muscle, feel great, no side effects, everything's going good, why would you up the dose? You don't need to up the dose. So, yeah, don't do that. That's stupid. Just stay on 300 milligrams if you keep making gains. If it slows down and you're still at a tolerable dose, then, like, sure, increase the dose. But why would you just increase the dose for no reason? you probably do periodically want to reduce the dose to like a TRT or high TRT level, just because you need to regain sensitivity to the drugs you're taking. So you're just gonna grow more if you like take a month or two, maybe on just 200 or 250 milligrams test, and then you go back to the higher doses. So yeah, just long term, you're probably gonna grow more, and like, yeah, you might as well just cruise year round. There's no reason to come off completely. And you should shoot up intramuscularly. Thanks for the donation, Zenev.
Yeah, but you don't have guest rooms with bunk beds for ladies. And inside the house, there was another little room with computers. And I said, what is this room? And he said, this room is for the girls when they have fun. And they play with their computers. The whole house was very odd because we were on the beach and the house had heavy dark curtains everywhere. The windows were never really opened. It felt terrible.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, this guy's just lying. This is all just...
And he was...
Pictures of young...
Like, the people are taking this shit seriously.
Girls, some top...
This is just so ridiculous.
Plus, looking about 15 to 16 years old.
Wasn't this the guy who did the fucking interior design? He did the interior design, and then he shows up there, and it's like, oh, this is terrible. So, what?
In room after room of the island home, the files show
God.
visible signs of something off. Like Epstein and his...
Oh, yeah, something off. Oh, look, everyone's having fun and laughing.
Kitchen chasing girls or young women.
They're laughing and having fun. Oh, something's wrong here. Oh, fuck, dude. This is just so bad. Holy shit. Like, buddy, you literally cannot be a fucking man and have, like, a normal, healthy relationship with a woman without people saying, oh, you're like a fucking sex pervert. Like, really? This is what they have to show Epstein was abusing women. They're playing tag and having fun and laughing. Really? That's the smoking gun.
And his staff.
Oh my god. Fuck CNN, dude.
We still have no idea
Holy
what his plan
shit.
is to counter these tariffs. I believe if you look at the real policy objective of the U.S. administration, it's to bring production to the U.S. That doesn't have to come from Canada. I have a plan here that will massively increase production on both sides of the border, that will be attractive to both partners, and this is the only realistic plan to save our auto sector as a result.
Yeah, meanwhile, Carney's just importing Chinese electric vehicles.
Polyev says Carney's plan to find new auto trade partners abroad won't fix the problem, as 90% of the vehicles made in Canada are sold to the U.S. The Conservative plan is to incentivize Canadian buyers by taking away the GST on cars made in the country. Polyev also wants to scrap the EV rebate that he says subsidizes foreign-made vehicles. He hopes the plan will increase production south of the border and boost Canada's production from 1.2 million cars a year.
That's not a bad idea at all.
To 2 million. And joining us now is political analyst Stuart Prest. Stuart, welcome and thank you for being here. Pierre Poilievre unveiling his auto plan today in Windsor ahead of his trip to the U.S. What do you think he can accomplish south of the border, bearing in mind that a trip to Washington is not on the agenda?
That's right. I think we can see Mr. Poilievre trying to build up support for Canada and particularly in those areas of industry that Canada has traditionally relied on in terms of the energy sector and the auto sector, and to demonstrate a kind of leadership on the international stage, but looking southward to the U.S. And I think this is all signaling to conservative voters and potential conservative voters that Mr. Poilievre has that gravitas to go on the international stage and to represent Canadian issues and the Canadian industry sectors that the country relies upon.
Now, the Prime Minister is also taking a trip of his own. He met with Nordic allies to talk defense as pressure grows in Arctic regions like Greenland. What stood out to you?
Fucking Greenland.
So steuern wir zu, geradewegs aufs International House of Pancake, aka IHOP. Gut, sick bro. Nice. Easy, brother. Oh.
Jeez, what a nightmare. Why is that a thing, working it with retards? Like literal Down syndrome retards. Oh yeah, they did the Pilates class thing.
Damn. Definitely on this creatine.
Yeah.
Good job, man. It's getting here. What's your strongest body part? Chest, huh?
Chest, yeah.
Yeah.
Chest and then. Yeah.
Yeah, you squat a lot. You have an eye on her, man.
What? Yeah. What the fuck? How does this guy know everything, bro?
Michael Bay is directing a Skibbity toilet movie. How in the fuck is that even possible?
Yeah.
Forgot my namification to $2. Pretty base. That 556 green tip is cheap in stores right now. How was your day, my dude? Oh, just relaxing most of the day, really. I was still just too fucked up and sore to train, so if I still feel messed up by tomorrow, I'm just gonna do the deload. You know, like already, but just relaxing, not too bad. I live in gay-ass Canada, so they're just trying to ban all the guns, unfortunately. Thanks for the donation. Forgot my namification.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think? Which car should I get?
You get what? Shit, some American shit.
Yeah, I wanted to take the F-150.
Oh yeah.
Raptor.
You get a Raptor or a TRX? TRX?
Yeah.
I like Mopar, so I'm a TRX guy. Yeah, that wine would go crazy. You should get a Porsche. You think you can fit in a Porsche? Nah, get a Ram 30 Cummins
something
turbo.
big, you know.
Yeah. Seeing this guy in a Porsche would be the funniest thing ever, though. Nah, a Ford 650, bro. It's just a semi-truck. So you're strong even though you don't bench. Like, you don't bench.
No, I'm not gonna watch the Skibbity toilet movie.
Bro, I benched like until I was so old like you.
Oh yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah.
And then I stopped.
I forgot you were telling me you used to bench.
Did you see that Tucker Carlson is being investigated as an Iranian foreign asset lol?
Yeah, he's scared. He is really coping. So there may be something to that, given his response. I've kind of predicted this too. They have to be investigating Code Pink. There's no chance at this point. They've pissed off so many fucking people in like Congress, all these senators. They're very clearly getting money from like the Chinese government and working with the Chinese government and shit. So I can guarantee you Code Pink and all those people involved are also getting investigated by the CIA and FBI. It wouldn't surprise me that by the end of Trump's term, some of those people are also locked up. But that'd be great if Tucker Carlson ended up getting locked up. That guy's a fucking idiot. Thanks for the donation, though, Big Titty.
Good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Two more. Easy. I got you. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. Oh yeah. Woo! We have plays for 1 more plate. 1 more? I'm struggling, bro. That's lightweight. 2 more. Good. Sweet. Alright. Alright. The plates are like built like this, you know what I mean? Oh, cool. Yeah. And then big weights. No, bro. I gotta feel good, look good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you don't look good. So I don't know the reason for this. Look at that chest, come on. That's okay, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good. Oh. Yes. Push. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh no, fuck. Drop it down, low drop set, huh? I was twice a day. Come on. Nice. Yeah. Come on, baby. Yes. Come on.
I fucking hate this machine, by the way. Can't fucking stand it. It has a really weird force curve where like it's more difficult at the top and it just feels fucked. And like it just doesn't feel great on my shoulders ever. I fucking hate this thing. I don't know why all these bodybuilders and shit use it. I fucking hate it. It just sucks.
One more.
If only I was smart enough to understand the 6D chess game that Trump and his team of all-star A1 cast of clowns are playing here.
A U.S. submarine sinks an Iranian warship, and a missile...
I'm not even gonna watch this brain rot horse shit. This is just stupid. This is all communist propaganda nonsense. Just not worth my time, dude. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
You ain't got those in Germany. Them Germany good as fuck.
They're probably a lot healthier in Germany. We don't have that in Germany. Only plain shit.
German food, I'll tell you, when we were there, worst food. I'm sorry. Worst food.
You're fucking...
Well, I'm used to like fucking bullshit.
Bro, you live in the US?
Yeah.
After UK, that's the shittiest food ever.
After UK, really? UK was bad too.
Yeah.
What is the, no, I love the English breakfast. I'm not gonna lie to you, I loved it.
It is good, yeah.
I love the English.
But I'll show you real proper food when you're there.
You didn't show me nothing, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't show me nothing.
You spit on me.
Yeah, I did. Where's that chip go? That's carbs. Where'd it go?
You made a surprise set.
So what am I doing wrong?
Go more outside with the hands.
What the fuck is that? Scary as fuck.
His wife.
Oh yeah, Marcus
Hey, drop
Rule.
a plate.
This.
He had the weirdest bench technique.
Really?
You saw the videos? Bro, I'll show you.
What the fuck is that? Scary as fuck.
His wife.
That's scary as all hell, man. I'd be so scared. Because you got so much tension like that on your chest. Fuck.
So I also had to stop because his chest was ripping apart, for real.
Yeah, that might have had something to do with it. The weird wide chest technique.
Like this, right? Yeah, it's good.
You see that?
Yeah, he had a really wide
That's
bench
crazy.
technique.
What you would rate the fit out
A 10, bro. Absolutely.
of? 11.
If I was that fucking big, bro, I'd be wearing that shit.
To donate $2, what would you do if you debated Destiny and the skinny cuck was threatening you with a knife?
I've learned from the Charlie Kirk killing.
This guy was sitting mere feet away from Konstantin Kisin during his debate with Destiny. When you hear what he has to say, it is scary to think how this could have gone.
I was like fucking locked onto his eyes, and he kept like glancing down at me and then like breaking eye contact. Because I fucking hate the guy. I was just like, I wanted to kill him.
I stumbled upon this stream when I was just...
This guy's an annoying weenie.
Konstantin in the fucking jugular.
But he wants to...
Alright, well that kid probably isn't very smart. He's probably going to get a knock from the cops soon. Yeah, I wouldn't be worried. I would tell that kid, make my fucking day. I'd snap his little fucking pencil neck. Thanks for the donation too.
Bro, what do you prefer, tits or ass?
Tits?
Yeah.
I'm a tits guy. What are you?
I'm an ass guy.
Yeah, asses are better.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. They're both cool. Are you done?
Happy International Women's Day, by the way.
Oh yeah, is it?
It is.
I'm a femboy.
Who the fuck was that?
What's up, bro? I'm back. There's AMRAPs, EMOMs. That's optimal.
EMOMs, what's that?
I want to know. Hey, I do need some tips on the beard, though. What's that one club, the one that we couldn't get into or whatever? Berghain. Guy visits Berghain.
I made a thumbnail for you.
I like that one. Save that. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
Berghain one time ends up a femboy. This is real look. Oh, you said go wide, yeah. See, bro, just insert process. Oh yeah, that's way different.
With the boys.
Das wird irgendwann mal Zeit, ihr das Ding zu droppen.
Ja.
What's the point? I'm sick of wearing like clothes all the time, you know? What's the point of bodybuilding if you're just not shirtless? If I look like Urs, I would never...
Yeah, he's definitely gained weight and they're not following the same diet.
I would never have my shirt on if I look like that. Like, just take your shit off, bro. Yeah, yeah. You're telling another man to take his shirt off. Bro, why are you making it like that, bro?
We always knew you were gay as fuck, bro. But...
Bro, no, bro. It's... Oh, fuck. Love this shit, bro. Chris, get
Live that up.
Great, yeah, that's great. Tomorrow when I get home, next week I'm gonna send you a picture in the mirror, right? 3 weeks from now.
Okay, no, this is really gay.
Yeah, that's gay for me.
Yeah, for the most part, I generally don't like using machines. Most of them feel pretty crappy to me.
You should say no homo, though.
No homo.
Good. Easy. Feel strong as fuck, man. The pack, like, it doesn't even look like a chest thing. There really isn't, bro. Nothing better in this
Chest is the best.
Sure.
Hey, bro.
No.
Hey, you have a pro card already?
No, bro. No.
Maybe it's a little bit more.
I got you, bro.
Yep.
I'm gonna let it fall on you. Bro, should I get both of them?
I need to grab there, man.
Okay, my bad. You go.
You especially grab the handle where I want to grab.
You're right, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking straight, bro. You got.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Just like halfway through. You went on toilet naked. Bro, I can't
took
wipe
a
my
shit
ass.
again.
I can't wipe my ass, bro. I usually carry a pencil around me. What the fuck? It's actually a flex, bro. You so
Yeah, some of this is like steroid bloat face. I definitely get that, especially in the morning usually. If he wasn't on gear, his face wouldn't look so bloated. Like he's not like fat. He just, you know, doesn't have
it's
abs.
actually a flex. You're so big you can't wipe your
He like it makes me think they must be, unless they're like, I don't know, a little more prone to aromatization. They must be running compounds like Tren or Nandrolone or something that just makes you retain more water. Because like he looks really bloated in the face. Because I'm surprised how lean his body looks with how bloated his face is. Like he's not ripped and shredded or anything, but his face looks more bloated than you'd expect, given like his overall body composition.
I can't wipe my ass, bro. I usually carry a pencil.
No, icing your balls does not increase your test.
Oh. Good.
How hard can you punch? Well, I don't know. Like, I guess pretty hard. Reformed Stoic got an 880 on the punching machine, thinking you can do better. I don't know. I don't know what that punching machine is. 21st, $22. Let me see.
I uncovered a Minecraft scamming operation where the scammers will steal people's accounts, but also terrorize kids. They'll spy on children through their webcams, they'll threaten to plant CP on victims' computers and report them to the police, and they'll even force kids to beg for their Minecraft accounts back and record them doing it.
I'm getting my PC back, trying to get 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 my PC back.
And despite the people behind this acting like the toughest Discord e-gangsters on the block, they're actually some of the sloppiest cyber criminals I've ever investigated and one of the corniest people on Discord. Now, the way I came across this Discord server was...
I remember when I got doxxed for the first time when I was still living with my grandparents in Scarborough. Some guy called my house threatening to kill me. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he said, yeah, we're going to be there tonight. And I'm like, okay, I'll be home all day. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then hung up. It was like he was disappointed that I just didn't care.
was because there was a Minecraft scam that's going rampant recently. What scammers are doing is that they're getting Minecraft mods and putting malware into them. So if you run that mod on Minecraft, it will hack your computer, and it's not just taking your Minecraft account. No, it's also taking your usernames and your passwords. But through all of these reports, one name kept popping up. Weed Hack. Now I was hearing Weed Hack this, Weed Hack that, but one of my viewers here, Real Loco, is a real homie. He was here to give me the deep scoop in the most broken English I've ever seen. Weed Hack is currently the biggest Minecraft rat that is able to be, I'm not reading this. Basically, he sent me a link to the website, which is exactly what I needed to investigate this bad boy. Now, before I visit some sketchy-ass website, I should probably hide my IP using this video's sponsor, Proton VPN. Now, I know most of you guys aren't bullying scammers like I am for a living, but if you want to keep your internet activity private for any reason, you know, I in the description, Proton VPN.
Oh, look. Fuck. I don't even know how the hell. There we go. Oh, wait. No. How in the fuck does that... Well, anyway, there's a bunny mod for Leon. For Requiem. I don't... What in the fuck is this new feature? How do you get rid of the fucking tab? I hate this. Dude, like, I actually fucking hate this. I don't understand how this works. There we go. There we go. Yeah, bunny mod for Leon. That's pretty good.
vpn.com/NTTS. So anyways, getting back to my investigation, it turns out this website was down, so Real Loco didn't even fucking help me at all. But I did find their new website, and it requires you to sign up with Discord. Now, I'm not going to give Discord a reason to actually ban my account on Discord, so I used an alt account and I signed up for this whole weed hack thing, and this is the dashboard. This is what happens when you sign in. And this is considered a massive piece of shit. That wasn't funny. No, it's considered mass malware as a service. God, that joke was horrible. But anyways, the point of this website is that if you are too stupid to program your own malware, instead, you could just use a website. And what that means in terms of malware is that they have a rat builder, where if someone runs this mod, it is going to hack into their computer. Now, they use Discord through this. It's kind of weird, but basically when you hack someone's account, you get this embed from Discord telling you about their Minecraft account. But just like an infomercial from the early 2000s, but wait, there's more. Because we're in 2026, we have late stage capitalism. If you give these guys $5 for premium, you get the privilege of watching your victim, what they're doing on their computer, looking at them through their webcam, uploading files to their computer, downloading files from their computer, and taking a step back, if you thought I'm advertising this, no. Because as I was researching Weed Hack, I stumbled across this blog post, which is a nerdy technical analysis, which I'll have linked in the description if you are a nerd and you like this stuff. But one thing I found in the blog post is that they talk about a backdoor. In fact, I had another person who contacted me about Weed Hack that said that Weed Hack was dual hooked. Now, since you're probably not a piece of garbage that hacks into kids' computers, you might not know what dual hooked means. So, pull up the diagram, video editing budget through the roof. But basically, when you hack someone, you get their information through this malware as a service, through Weed Hack. But when something is dual hooked, the owners of the malware also get those accounts. So now there's two copies floating around. Now, the people who make the malware, they know if they steal someone's $1 account and ruin their reputation, no one's going to use the malware anymore. So what happens is that they're going to wait until one of their users scams someone who has thousands of dollars. And only then will the owners of the malware take that account for themselves to cash in big. So if you're one of these scammers committing cybercrime for Minecraft items, anytime you get any big account, it's just going to get stolen from you by the other scammers. So you have all of the risk and none of the reward.
Wow, so they're really stupid. 21st, only $2.
Hack.
But when something is dual
looks like that nigga Russell Williams.
Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. That's the dude who broke into women's houses and stole their underwear and then killed some chick, and he was a Canadian military general. Yeah, I know that guy. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
But as always, the people behind the malware will never admit that it's dual hooked, but we're talking about Weed Hack. These people genuinely might be smoking something, because I don't even have to do any crazy investigation to tell you that this is dual hooked, because what happened is that there was another ratting tool called Bambooware, run by a guy named Bumfossus. And on the Bambooware website, it said that this website has been seized by Weed Hack. They say Bumfossus thought he could Weed Hack, and now he got doxxed and fully hacked. LOL, KYS. Then they just show his whole entire address, but Weed Hack managed to hack into this website because Bumfossus used to use Weed Hack. In fact, he hacked 584 people with it. Now, scammers are so fucking stupid that for them to test malware that they're using, they will test it on their own personal computer. So Bumfossus, before hacking 584 people, they decided to run Weed Hack malware on their computer to make sure that Weed Hack worked properly. And after the Weed Hack and Bumfossus Discord e-gangster turf war broke out, Weed Hack realized that Bumfossus ran Weed Hack, and they took advantage of it being dual hooked, hacked into Bumfossus' account, and hacked into his website and posted his whole entire docs, which just proves that it was all dual hooked all along. And I'm spending all my time explaining this and getting it out of the way early because I don't want anyone getting the bad idea of using Weed Hack and scamming
These
kids.
people are
but
so
I
fucking
feel like
stupid.
the people using Weed Hack, a lobotomy would make them smarter somehow. And when it comes to observing idiots, things get even better because on Weed Hack's own dashboard, they have a Discord server where I get unrestricted access to the inner machinations of these people's minds. And Discord actually banned the server twice. The third server that they made, I tried joining it and it was limited. This was actual bot and call torture making this video. But thankfully, before Discord banned the server, I did manage to get a recording of their voice call.
Combo stock.
Now, throughout the voice call, there was things that I could look and pixel peep for that were helpful in me figuring out the rest of this investigation, but my focus was annihilated because my ears were invaded by the sound of a high-pitched squeaker.
It seems that we failed to load your data. We cannot let you log in.
It's a child, bro. Now, this guy started screen sharing, and I clicked on it, and the kid is hacking people and screen sharing it on Discord. And in the screen share, on the top left, it shows his fucking email address. This kid has no fucking idea what he's doing. Now, unfortunately, like a moth to a flame, I cannot stop myself from investigating dumb, stupid kids that are scamming on Minecraft. I looked at his profile, and first off, he has the clan tag of Top G, so average Andrew Tate viewer, being probably 14 years old. But this guy has a website where he shows off his bio. God, mute this shit. Epstein Gangbanger. At least he's funny. But on his profile, he shows his Discord account, his YouTube account, and his Bitcoin wallets, which all had $0 on them. But looking at the YouTube channel, though, it gives us a bit of a clue, because on his YouTube channel, he has Donut SMP Money Dupe by X Limit. His whole entire channel is dedicated to Minecraft duplicators or hacks, and this has been going on for 2 months, so round of applause for YouTube. You guys can't ban very obvious scams, because in one of these videos, they tell you to join his Discord server. I joined his Discord server, and there is Kaz right there as the server owner, like on his main account, and inside of the server, they have a money duping mod, and boys, it was Weed Hack. Who could have seen this coming? And in the Weed Hack server, Kaz has 442 hits. 442 people thought that this free money generator was real. We are and this, by the way, is inside of a leaderboard channel on the Weed Hack Discord server, because they have a leaderboard on who is the best scammer, and they have a total number of people that got scammed by this, and it is 74,739. In fact, they even have a channel that shows people getting hacked live. 4 people in the last minute have gotten hacked, and it shows you the people who are doing the hacking. This guy is a mod in Europe MC giveaways, and he's scamming people. This person has Donut Plus. Donut Plus, 5 invites equals 50 million. Like, these are the most obvious scams, man. By the way, I'm able to show you all this stuff live because despite the server being limited, I did manage to...
I tried training side pressure a little bit. It fucking hurts. You definitely need to build up a tolerance to it.
Infiltrate it, which...
Why is there a huge birth rate crisis in white and Asian countries? A lot of these bitches of whites as well are fucking black guys and stuff. Another thing is, whites are mad about it, then why don't they just have babies with other white women? Explain, Nick.
There's a birth rate crisis everywhere, even in like shithole African countries. Africa, I think in like the mid 80s, they had an average birth rate of like 8 children per woman or something. I think that's now down to like 4. It's reduced massively. So everywhere is experiencing a birth rate crisis. You're just seeing, it's multifactorial. A lot of it has to do with just industrialization and productivity and shit like that. It seems that people generally have children for practical reasons. That's the biggest motivating factor. So if you have a small kind of rural community where you need children in order to basically be your employees, so you need somebody to help work the farm for you, you need somebody to be kind of like a retirement insurance where, you know, when you're old, your children can kind of take care of you. Stuff like the practical incentive seems to be the biggest motivating factor. And you can see in areas in Africa where more women have gotten education, they're working, and like the country in general is industrializing, you're seeing really dramatic reductions in birth rate. So like getting rid of those practical incentives for having children seems to be a huge motivating factor, probably the biggest motivating factor. And then there's other things going on too. People are generally getting smarter, so smarter people just make more self-interested decisions, like, wise self-interested decisions. So having kids is a massive fucking expense. I think in the United States, the average expense to raise a child from 0 to 18 is like $320,000. So like that's money that you could be putting away for retirement, or you could get a fucking Lamborghini Huracan or something. So if you're a smart person and there's no practical motivation for you to have kids, you're obviously just not going to have kids. And even people who just want kids because, biological urges and whatnot, it's just fucking expensive, to make a living and get by. And basically, the economy is sort of rigged where you're kind of fucked with the way the tax system works, where you're just not really going to be able to make much money, and you're kind of in this like weird little pocket that you can't like break out of. So like that's especially true for countries like the UK. Holy fuck, their tax system is just so broken. It's insane. It's like perfectly set up to disincentivize productivity. But that's the case pretty much everywhere. And again, the like so many things are rigged. Like there's a reason why there's like a housing market issue. Society's being set up in a way where they don't want you to own everything. They want everything to be rented, and it just basically sucks the money out of the middle class. So even if you do want children, it's just kind of hard to get by and justify that kind of cost with how difficult it is to just like pay rent these days. So that's why. There's no practical motivation anymore, and there's just a bunch of roadblocks where even if you want kids, it's hard to justify the expense. But that's happening everywhere. It's not just white and Asian countries. Even shithole countries in Africa are going through that. It just hasn't hit them as hard yet because they're just not as developed. Thanks for the donation, Cuck.
Means I get to dive into the full-on...
Do you have a Ducati sales/service center near you? I might. I think there might be a Ducati dealer in Ottawa. Ugh. Oh no. There isn't, apparently. There's Ducati Montreal. And there's Ducati in Toronto. And then there's just some other dealers that have Ducati bikes that are around. But yeah, the closest one's in Montreal.
Why should we have you be if robotics/I take all the jobs? Survival of the fittest? No? Idiots will stop having kids if they don't have jobs. This is the only chance you're getting for eugenics realistically.
I seriously doubt that. Especially stupid people. There was a big birth rate increase due to COVID because people were locked indoors with each other and all they had to do was like have sex. There's also a big increase in spousal abuse reports too. But yeah, when all people have to do is like watch Netflix and have sex, you're probably going to see a pretty big increase in birth rate if I had to guess. Plus like the stress of working and everything, that is a huge fucking boner killer. I can guarantee you. So if you have a society with people that have really low levels of stress and all they have to do all day is like basically fuck or watch Netflix, you'd probably see an increase in birth rate. Thanks for the donation, the 21st. MK donated $2. Let me see. Oh, what the hell? How is he balancing on that?
What the hell? Are you a magical cat?
Oh my god, he is a magic cat. Cats are fucking awesome. I fucking love cats. What a sweet magic kitty.
You a stupid ass bitch. Really? Dumbass fucking bitch. No? What the fuck? This my side of the motherfucking road, stupid ass bitch. Fuck you. You don't wanna do shit though, I bet you that. I'll blast your ass, bitch.
Okay, well that explains Florida. Thanks for the donation, MK.
Generacy that resides inside of this Discord server. Psych. Yeah, no, Discord pulled a good prank on me today because it turns out all of the messed up crap that I've been talking about was in that first Discord server, and when it got banned, we lost it all. Except I can always rely on one type of person to archive it all to make sure that WeedHack got exposed. And it's other Discord scammers that have beef with WeedHack because this person here, Glue Sniffer, let me tell you, their name does not disappoint because basically everything he sent me was borderline useless, but what he wanted me to do is expose a ratting Discord server, and he said, and I quote, "I can admit I am a ratter myself." Now, in between the comma splices and this being just a single sentence, he says stuff like, an admin of theirs, termed, is a 15-year-old predator, which you can't be a predator if you're 15 years old. Basically everything they—
Well, you can. Yeah, you certainly can. It's not common, but you absolutely can be. I don't know where he got that idea. What's the DLC for Cuphead? Last Course? I already have... Why can't I just buy Last Course? There we go. All right, there we go.
They told me was almost borderline useless. If this was a video, please censor everything. All right, done. But one genuinely actually useful thing that Glue Sniffer sent me was a bunch of videos from the WeedHack Discord server, which he basically archived for me before the server got deleted. But the first video I saw was this one, which is literally called extort1.mov.
Hello, you. I think I know who I'm talking to. Anyways, you have been ratted by WeedHack Premium users. And if you don't pay me, that's fine, because I already have your house address. And I have also planted a lot of child on your computer and will call your local police close to your home address and say, you have child, and maybe say, you have a fucking hostage in your home. You are going to answer my messages on Discord, and you have 15, 20 minutes to pay. Good boy. WeedHack Premium on top.
So they're going to extort you for money, crime number 1. They say they're going to upload CP to your PC, which is crime number 2. And the worst crime of them all is that this video in the background is actually stolen from this Minecraft cheat client called WeedHack, which is just a significantly better video. Like, it is a crime to disgrace this piece of art that they made.
Ever interdimensional movement disabler for the Hypixel network. This allows all WeedHack premium beta testers to abuse the nanoparticle atom biosphere velocity packet and gain full unpatched galaxy strafe.
But where things get more disturbing is that there are videos taken of the victims, and these are like their fishing trophies. And the first one I saw was a kid doing a school project. They hacked into the guy's computer and found his school project where he's just talking about himself.
I love to play football.
I saw photos of kids' webcams with threats at the top where they will get blanked if they don't pick up the phone, which the termed guy would be sending this gift to them in DMs and then calling them for them to pick up. And the reason why termed algorithms would do that is so that he could get kids to do stuff like this to get their accounts back.
Tamarins, mate, tamarins, mate, tamarins, mate.
And this went on for multiple different kids, just videos it's just humiliation videos. It's really what it is. It's pretty disgusting on what's going on, and I'm going to try and cut it short pretty quick. You get the point. Now, let me just say, getting a kid to throw up an Elon Musk emote and then say that you own them, I kind of agree with Gloosniffer. This might actually be predator shit. And as I looked more into this termed guy, I genuinely found one of the dumbest scammers on Discord. This is the main content piece of this video, because what this guy did is he sent multiple voice messages, which I'm just going to let them speak for themselves at this point.
Nah, bro, I didn't scam. Like, I'm legit, bro. But, like, obviously, I rap people, and I just sold a Minecraft account, and I sold the shit on, like, the Minecraft servers, and I just get money, bro. So, you know, is what it is. Alright, so basically, I'm gonna just explain the whole story. I use a Minecraft rat tool, remote access Trojan, and it's, like, undetected by every single fucking antivirus in the world. You already know. I load up the cookies and shit, go on Gmail, go on the photos on, you know, Google Photos. Find, like, 2 credit cards, sell them for, like, fucking $4. Yeah, 2 for, like, $2 each, so $4. And then I deleted them, obviously, after they paid, and then I got banned for, like, fucking fraud.
There's so much wrong with this guy. First off, he sounds surprised. I got banned for fraud after selling someone's stolen credit card? The second thing is this dude's admitting and explaining all the crimes that he's doing. Like, he's sending this as a voice message, and he's just admitting to it publicly. Like, this Discord server isn't about scamming. In fact, he sent a video with W Hit, where he is buying 90 Discord Nitro boosts. He's flexing that he hacked into someone's account, and he's recording him doing the crime. Just imagine committing a crime to buy Discord Nitro boosts. And then in another Discord server, he said, my 90 boosts got refunded. So he did all this cybercrime for literally nothing. Crazy how someone could call me a predator, then look like this to this after the space of 2 minutes. Dude, this is like a 13-year-old kid who looks all like normal, and then he is bawling his eyes out and terrorized, and this guy's flexing. He's like, I did it, bruv. I just made a kid cry. I know, again, it doesn't make sense to call this guy this because he's allegedly 15, but at this point it seems like he's insecure or something, so I'm just gonna keep calling him a predator because it's making him mad. Now, the strangest thing about termed the predator is how he behaves outside of talking to kids, or sorry, scamming kids, because you think this guy would be like some egotistical power tripping dickhead after making some kid throw that Elon emote, but no, this guy is exactly the same person you'd see on Reddit that says, thank you so much guys for the 10 updates. I'm not kidding you. Here is termed spamming this Discord server, saying that his profile is close to 600 views. Now, for the people that don't know what guns.lol is, let me tell you, this shit is so fucking stupid. But all it is a website where you can like link your Discord account, your YouTube account, your Bitcoin wallets. I showed it with Kaz before, but people like this because get into the mind of a Discord dipshit for a second. I want to be cool on Discord. I want to look like an e-gangster. I want to be tough. And cool is elite speak, like LOL. And guns. Guns are cool, and like guns and gangsters, and I'm a Discord e-gangster. So guns.lol, that's cool. I think I did a really good job at explaining. That's basically it. It's just a fucking website that's got a dumbass name that Discord e-gangsters are like, oh, this is cool. But this guy wants 600 views on his profile because number. There's no reason. In fact, he doesn't just beg for this 600 views once. He begs again and again. In fact, on another account, he said, "Hey gang, it just hit my birthday 15 minutes ago, and I would respect it if you'd show some love and give me some guns lol views. Please and thank you." But no. Termed doesn't stop there.
Bro, someone click on my Gonzo link, bro. I'm like 2 away from like 600 views, and it's not letting me type in the bio links. Yeah.
It's not the end of this dude, by the way, because I have one more voice message.
Bro, what do you mean it doesn't really do much, bro? I'm willing to spend $15 on a role, bro. Look at your role, bro. Look at your color of your username, the badge, bro. It makes you just look like a fucking OnlyFans star, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to get the role, you know what I'm saying?
This is not ironic. This guy cares about views on a stupid website, and he wants to have a role. And I'm willing to spend $15
on a roll, bro.
That's going in the folder that I... Back to the Weed Hack leaderboard, the top person, the #1 scammer, is Real Loco. He is the biggest scammer on this platform, and he tried advertising it to me. He scammed 3,137 people. In fact, most people on this list, you can just click on their profile and figure out exactly what scam they're running. This guy, Diddy Blood, has dupe as his clan tag, which leads to a Donut SMP server, probably a Donut SMP duper. Now, with Real Loco, it took a little bit of work, and I'm pretty sure what he's doing is he's running this scam, where you get a Minecraft hacking client for free, and this video has been up for 7 months on YouTube, and YouTube has done absolutely nothing.
Great.
And surprise, surprise, bro, I don't even need to show you the analysis. It's Weed Hack. But the top scammer in Weed Hack is just doing a fake cheat, and people are falling for this. So please, I'll probably make a whole video about this, but please stop downloading game cheats, because 99.9% of what I see and what people send to me on Discord are malware. Stop downloading game cheats. I'm losing it.
You cheat because you can't do shit without it, you bitch ass bitch.
Anyways, that was for the people who don't have common sense. And speaking of not having common sense...
Dude, that is some unhinged shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck is Discord so fucked?
Finish. Here we go for dumbbell flies.
Yeah, I like dumbbell flies, honestly.
Like slide incline.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go. Oh, I'm all sweaty right now. I don't look that big? No, I don't look that big.
This is crazy. I want to see you in that. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
I look like this. Oh my god, hang on, keep going. I just found the area.
good. Don't go all the way.
Just a giggle, bro. That's all we got. Bro, laugh.
Go on to here.
A full day. Okay, I'll be doing 3 days of. Oh yeah.
You.
Oh yeah. Step
Perfect.
Forward. Yeah, there it is.
Perfect.
There it is.
Come on. Now go for 15. And a pro. I am pro. You gotta end.
See this Pilates class.
This channel does not promote or promotion any illegal act.
Wearing to do Pilates. Jesus Christ, bro. What are you thinking? What are you wearing? You wearing that Roblox ass shirt with some short ass shorts? Dude, we're bro. Human anymore. You wouldn't be able to tell motherfuckers I played college football for 3 years. After that race with Toji, I realized I gotta get it together, man. These are Bulldogs, whatever, that can't. I can do the red?
You can do the red if you want to, but
No, I'm good with the yellow.
I'm okay. If you are going to be doing red, you gotta do red the whole time.
No, I'm good.
Goes on number 3, front platform, back platform. That's the biggest thing here. The springs, and then we have those long black cables here. Short hand part, long black strap here. So this is typically used for modifications, and then you're gonna.
What is it?
Pretty much it. Any questions?
I mean, I have a million. This machine looks very intricate, and like for me, you know, I'm just picking up dumbbells. I took like 25 milligrams of Androl before it. No, I'm just...
Or a 45.
30.
30?
Yeah. I was gonna say 45, but I mean.
And they wanted to force every Discord user to upload their fucking ID because parents won't do their jobs and protect those children. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
30 cool, you know. No, you were not. 30 cool.
Make sure you're not locking out those knees for me for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna be lifting those hands up high above your head here when going down into that squat for me.
Allah. Allah, hear my prayer. Bro, I'm pretty sure this is some shit Mr. Miyagi had Daniel-san do, bro.
Yourself up, making sure you're not locking out those knees. Super slow, super slow. Yes, and right back down here. Slowly lifting yourself up. How slow can you go here? Yes. Squatting down.
Is this just unlimited? Like, you just as long as you can?
So you're just warming up right now.
Oh, I'm burnt.
In 10 seconds, you're going to meet me at
Point
the
the camera at him, bro.
2, 1. Give me those pulses up and down. So slow. Super slow. Smaller than that. So small.
Oh my god.
So small.
Oh my god.
Smaller than that.
Smaller?
Smaller. Yes. So small. Slower.
Slower. Oh my god.
Small.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
1, lift up for 4, super slow for 3, up for 2,
Oh.
for 1, and back down for 4.
Oh my god.
Ankle here.
Yeah, this is where I'm gonna
Perfect.
fail.
So
Oh shit.
You're gonna have that knee over that ankle. Just hold for me. We're gonna lift up all together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 4. So slow for 3. You're bringing that carriage in for 2, and for 1, and back out for 4.
Oh.
Out for 3. Out for 2. Out for.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Sleepy donated $2. Have you seen this account? It's literally retarded. Oh yeah, I've seen this guy. He's, like, again, broccoli haired fucking beta male twink, like fucking bitch made dipshit. It's always the usual suspects. Like, if you see somebody who looks like a fucking beta male, just don't take it. Oh my god. I have fucking friends that are following this fuckwit? Oh, Jesus. Thanks for the donation, Sleepy.
For 1 and back out for 4 here. Just like that.
Oh, hand me one of those.
You need that 2-second hold at the
Thank you.
bottom here. Yes, of course. I thought the yellow springs were not too humbling, guys.
No, the yellow springs are good. Oh yeah.
Lift up for 4. Super slow for 3, 2, 1, and right back down for 4.
Oh my god.
Here.
I gotta check the pump.
Slowly going back down. All that weight.
Oh yeah. This shit is generally the hardest thing I've ever done in my
You're
life.
all of that lunge here. This is just our first
I got the
leg
craziest
here.
quad pump ever though.
And bending it back in now. We're no longer lifting up. Yes, just like that.
Hey,
And
look,
right back out.
look at his form. He's cheating.
So slow.
He's cheating. How am I cheating?
So slow. Slower than that.
Slower?
Yeah, slower. Stopping right there. So slow. You gotta go slow.
I have a funny feeling she's like gonna put her finger up his butt.
Slower when you're lengthening that leg out. Super, super slow here. Let's go 1 inch slower in that left leg. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes. And right back in. Okay. Stopping right there and right back out here.
Oh.
Knee with that hip here. Yes, you can.
Oh,
You can
shit.
get off that.
Oh my god, bro. I'm not making excuses about I hit legs so hard yesterday. All the way?
More. Yes. And bending it back in for 4. Super slow. 3. Breathe. Breathe. So small. Make sure you keep that runner's lunge. Yes, you can. And 5. Hold. And 3, 2, 1. Hold. We're going to lengthen that right leg out all together for that full range. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 4.
Oh, fuck.
1. Hold. Let's go 1 inch lower. You're going to give me those carriage kicks in 5. You're going to...
Well then maybe it's best that you now unfriend them, VG.
Yeah, really. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
This is easy, yeah.
Yes, slowly bringing it back in and right back out here.
It's a mindset.
Out for 4. Count. Breathe. And your last breath for the stick. Left in. It's like you have that string. Lift yourself up here. Lift up. Yes, up for 4.
I swear I hit legs yesterday, man. I hit legs yesterday.
He's blaming it on the leg day, but it's in the shape. 2. Stopping right there, right back out. Let's keep that chest high and proud here.
Oh yeah. Oh
Make
yeah.
sure you're not blocking out that airway.
Yep.
Lengthening that leg out here.
Okay.
Yeah, stopping when that knee is aligned with that
Sorry.
hip here.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I really want to be able to.
Today.
I really want to be able this, to. This is what my girlfriend does when she says she's going to Pilates. Like,
Yeah.
I have newfound respect, bro. I'm like, you're a weakling. Nah, she ain't.
Today. And yes, you can.
Okay. Okay.
And 10 seconds.
They're just not used to it. It's like this like weird muscular endurance thing. That's all it is. Like you'd also feel like a crazy quad pump if you like ride a bike for the first time, you know?
Replace that pulse with and those shoulders are over those elbows. 10 seconds. 5. And you're halfway. Forearm plank hold. 1. Toes replace those knees. 3, 2, 1. And this is just that core warm up.
Oh, this is a warm up.
Yourself up here. 2. Great job.
Whoa. What is going on? Oh yeah, chest. Give me some chest, bro.
1 and back in for 4. Super slow for 3, 2, 1 here. Yes, that's how slow we're going. In 10 seconds, you're going to meet me at your furthest extension in that upper lift. So you're going to lengthen out those arms here. Up and down here. Up and down. If you want to challenge yourself, take those glutes off of those heels. Yes. Almost out of this pose here, guys. Super small. Smaller than that. So slow. Press hold in 3. Elbows high. Elbows high.
I wave too much up top, bro. Like
Elbows high. Right back in.
What is that? Hold up.
We're
This is the craziest tricep exercise I've ever done. This shit is burning. Oh my god.
Keep that core engaged here. You're almost out of this pulse here, guys. In 10 seconds, you're gonna go back into that full range of motion. 2, 1. Great job here, guys.
Modify this shit.
Right now, you're doing a whole completely different exercise.
Oh, I'm coming back. I don't know if I'll ever come back if I'm being dead ass. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys enjoyed and had a good workout.
Women be doing that. Oh, they do. They do. I believe it. Women are strong, determined. They don't falter, right? we already. Yes. Oh yeah, that burns.
I've really got to get a leg press and a pendulum squat.
Hell yeah. Good shit. Way to fight, bro. Hey, Mike, bro thought he was done staying there. Type shit. No, hey.
Penis. Thoughts on PT-141 for enhanced sexual pleasure? I don't know what the hell that is. I have no idea what PT-141 is. Oh my god. My shoulders and elbows and hands are still hurting a lot. Oh. Fuck.
So this is extraordinary. A clip was posted of Candace Owens a few years ago talking to Gad Saad. Again, this is just a few years ago, where she says, Israel is our strongest ally in the Middle East. That's why it's so important we support Israel. And she's also really shifted in her approach to the issue of Islamic terror and all of that. Seems to be a lot less concerned, a lot less interested in that.
The BMW/Ducati dealership by me has a pretty big used inventory. Currently riding one South African Rand. Is there anything you'd recommend from their used bikes?
Site cannot be reached. Might be temporarily down, may have moved permanently to a new address. That link you gave me is not working. Thanks for the donation though, dude.
Thinking
in terms of like used Ducatis, probably the best deals I've seen are on the Hyper Motard. The Hyper Motards go for like pretty reasonable deals on the used market. You can find some that are like 2020, 2021 and shit that are fairly new that are pretty reasonably priced. So I'd maybe look to see if there's any of those. I really like the Hyper Motard. I might end up getting one in the future. They're really sexy looking bikes too. And as far as I know, they're the only company making a 2-cylinder supermoto. I've seen some like pretty okay deals on the 1250 GS as well. 1200 and 1250. So you might be able to find a decent deal with one of those. Like, they're still kind of expensive, but I really like the GS bikes. Oh, dude. Spaghetti, you know? Oh my god. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Thanks for the donation, though, man. RV and any tillers rate this song.
Ready or not? I'm looking for answers.
No. No. That's a no for me. Thanks for the donation, RV.
That Israel's just trying to stoke tensions. Here she has very different words to say about that. Have a watch of this.
Possibility for Islam to coexist in the West. Do you think that's feasible? I'm not talking about individual Muslims who are lovely and peaceful and all of the rest of the preface stuff that we have to say before we talk about this. But what are your views on Islam?
How's it going in the UK? Those are my views. Okay, you can't. They have different views than us. Their views are that Western civilization is corrupted and awful, and it doesn't follow their code of ethics. It doesn't work. You cannot say that you can coexist peacefully. What's happening in the UK is the greatest example. What's happening in Europe? There's a European crisis going on right now. Okay, they have different ideas of what freedom is. Their idea of freedom is not freedom whatsoever. And you brought up Ian Piercy, and I've followed her closely, and what she says is so important. She is someone that has defected from it and is telling you exactly what goes on. It's amazing to me that people think that somehow if you bring people that actually hate Western civilization to Western civilization, what they're just going to warm up to it and say, we'll coexist peacefully, even though everything you do sickens us.
Well, they will coexist peacefully until the demographic changes are enough that they know. Is Islam, are the central doctrines of Islam compatible with our most foundational Western values? You couldn't have a clearer answer, and it is no.
Let's have a look at some more recent content of her to see how different her tone about Israel and Jews are now.
Yeah, the link doesn't work. I just said the link doesn't work. You gave me.
And that what Bibi Netanyahu has done to the Palestinians since October 7th is a Holocaust. It is a Holocaust that is being committed on Palestinian children and women.
Truly, Ben Shapiro, you and the midget horse that you rode in on. And I say that on behalf of the world. I know.
Back, who did a few interview/debates with Candace Owens, went on her show, and he tried to explain Israel's case, the Jewish case. And Army's been following Candace, the whole story with Candace quite closely. And he presented some, I think, very reasonable, speculative suggestions and analysis around what explains her shift. Have a watch of this. You showed such bravery and calmness and clarity in your discussion with there's two discussions actually with Candace Owens that you did, and I want to talk about this and then more generally about what you describe as the woke right, about a growing base of anti-Semitism on the conservative right in America and across the West. But let's start off with Candace. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience having discussions with her? What do you think has happened with her? I mean, I remember it started off with Kanye West, and she was defending his anti-Semitism, and then it started to go to Israel. And I followed this pretty closely, and it's all just quite disturbing. And also, many people just didn't see this coming at all. They thought she was really a friend and a classic conservative. So, what are your thoughts on the Candace thing?
Well, so we started dating in high school and then broke up senior year. That's when things got weird.
Hey, no judgment here.
Yeah. She was upset because I ended up hooking up with Pam Bondi. No, I'm just kidding. So look, there was some things I was suspicious about with Candace early on in her career. Like, let's just do a little bit of a profile unpacking here. When she kind of came on the scene, I remember Red Pill Black, black, female, attractive, conservative, and everybody on the conservative side was going, whoa, look at this. Oh my God. Wow, a unicorn. This is so interesting. And I think on certain issues from her personal experience, like the whole Blexit effort was an admirable one, calling out what BLM was. And I think for her, being a black woman in that world, there was a lot of authenticity there and some integrity from her experience in calling that out. And there was a lot of valid points to be made. But there were some moments very early on before all this stuff where, you know.
Wow, it's a shame that in this case Candace is more based than most news outlets.
You mean years ago? Yeah, before. I think this website is not accessible to people who are outside of the US. I think I just need to turn my VPN on. So, yeah, their website doesn't work. Yeah, but in terms of used Ducatis and BMWs, I just see if you can find a good deal on either a used 1200 or 1250 GS or a Ducati Hypermotard. I don't know what type of bikes you're interested in riding. That's just my preference. The BMW Super Sports are cool. I don't know if you're looking for something like that, but yeah. There's not much else from their lineups that I'd be really interested in buying used, though. Yeah, the new S1000RR just looks fucking crazy. And I do want the new GS, the 1300. That bike looks fucking sick.
I think becoming a conservative firebrand commentator had this lure, had this sort of potent, attractiveness to want to join that tribe and be part of that brand. And the audience capture was very apparent very early on. She made an appearance on Rogan, right? Where she goes, like, climate change, like, I just don't believe in that, like, at all. Like, I just don't believe in it, like, climate change. Like, I don't know, like, it's just like, no, I just don't believe in it, like, at all, right? He goes, what do you mean? Now, look, I don't really believe in the climate change narrative either, but I've read a lot of Alex Epstein's work on the subject and other people who are sort of skeptical of the whole climate narrative from the left, the environmental narrative. Like, I've thought about that stuff. It's been appealing and I kind of understand why. But I think in her case, she was just trying to signal to the conservative tribe that, like, I'm on board with all this set of ideas right now. Like, I'm going to be that person and I'm going to adopt these sort of dogmatic talking points. And it's one thing when somebody gets on a huge platform and says ideas that you don't agree with even in principle from the get-go. Some crazy left-winger, whatever, starts espousing socialist economic views and they make a bad case for it. Fine. Let those ideas fail. I don't agree with it to begin with. But when someone gets out there trying to represent your ideas and does a bad job, I mean, that to me is, more concerning because they're getting out there claiming to be conservative or representing ideas and then can't defend them on the big stage. I mean, that's also harmful, I think, in the marketplace of ideas. It does a very big disservice. And so I also saw an appearance where she appeared on, I think it was Dave Rubin, the Rubin Report against Blair White. And the first thing she sits down and says is, I'm just not going to call you, like, I'm not going to call you she because that would be wrong to my people. And they just started personally attacking her. And so it became really apparent to me at an early stage that, like, I'm not sure if we're acting in good faith here. Like, what's really motivating you? Is it the clicks, the provocation, the attention you get from holding these positions rather than the principle of these positions? That's all pre all this. But then she made a video reviewing one of my comedy videos and she gave me a lot of praise, so I love her. She stumbled upon a Prince Harry video of mine.
No.
Where he was talking about unconscious bias, Prince Harry, and that was very helpful. And I was like, that was a nice, flattering video she did for me, where she covered it, and we started having a little bit of rapport. And then it's interesting. Basically, we all react in this space to personas, right? Everyone has an avatar of themselves online. I don't know. Unless you know Ben Shapiro personally, you don't know Ben Shapiro. You know this Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, Rogan. I've never met Rogan. So who knows? And it's funny when you're in the space and you actually meet people, there's personas of them online. And then there's behind the scenes, what they're really like. Sometimes people who are firebrands and very controversial are actually super sweet when you meet them. And you're like, oh, interesting. So we are watching theater when we watch the internet, right? And I'm going really deep here on this. So then the whole Kanye stuff happens, the first round where she kind of fumbles the ball. And he has this tweet where he's like, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And every time she quotes the tweet, she says, I'm going DEFCON 3 on. So he said, I'm going DEFCON 3 on some Jewish people. What's the big deal? Like, why was it a big deal? He said DEFCON 3 on some Jewish people. And I'm always like, he didn't say some. You keep saying some, throwing it in. The word some kind of changes it a little bit, but she keeps subconsciously or consciously throwing it in. Besides the point or on the point. I think she had this loyalty to Kanye because years ago, one thing that catapulted her profile was him saying, I like the way Candace Owens thinks. Fast forward to today, I think she likes the way Kanye West thinks. But I think that loyalty to him and that clout is very corrupting in a sense. So there's a part of it that's there in sort of the way the left-wing Jewish community turned on her in that moment. And even before that, when she was talking about, like with Charlie Kirk on stage, Hitler being like, he just wanted to do well by his people, or kind of, speaking very sloppily. But of course, the left-wing apparatus turned on her as a Nazi supporter and all that. So she is a creature of reaction, loyalty, temperament. And if people come at her, she fights back, regardless of the merits of the arguments being made. It's a lot more visceral and emotional than that. You come after me, I'm coming after you. And I think a lot of that was motivating a lot of her behavior, even up until this point. Back to my story with her and where we intersected. Things about October 7th started to happen, and she started to say some very troubling things. And one day retweeted the Queen of Jordan, Queen Reina, saying, I think Jews are using anti-Semitism to weaponize people into compliance. She writes back that she totally agrees with this. And then I finally just responded on Twitter. I was so frustrated with all the stuff leading up to this that she was getting this so wrong. Essentially, regardless of how much you care about American funding of Israel or whatever, to throw down your sympathies or solidarity with the radical Islamic terrorists that just attacked a Western country versus the country that has your values was very, very strange, I think, for everybody. And not having a sense of a sympathy or like saving your condemnation only for Israel in that case is kind of weird. Like the first reaction to Israelis getting slaughtered on October 7th was, we shouldn't be involved in this. We have to stay out of this. But like, that's a strange posture on a human level. We're going to get into the weeds on policy, what America's policy should be, funding, not funding, foreign aid. That's not really what it is. I mean, that first reaction to be, we shouldn't be involved in this, like, all that kind of stuff, or just like very little sympathy. Anyway, I responded to it. I had a firm tweet. To her credit, she responded, inviting me on the show to talk about this. I think she was in a position where like, I want to have conversations about this. And so she did. And she had me on for a full hour or whatever, and unedited, she released the whole thing. And that's where that famous clip of the Muslim quarters comment came out. But at the same time, like, people don't watch that whole clip. It's a fun opportunity that you can dunk on somebody. But I think I approached it with, let me approach this as a conversation, not as a confrontational debate. And in that conversation, it was revealed to me very quickly that I think she's just much more profoundly ignorant about this subject than hateful. That's the position I took. I didn't trigger her defenses. I didn't make accusations. But all these other people online are writing hit pieces and articles and attacking personally and attributing things to malice. And I just said, all right, let's just come in good faith and have a conversation. And I think it was a good demonstration of maybe a better way to do these kinds of things and approach these kinds of things. And we had a constructive conversation, started light, ended light with a nice laugh or whatever. And I was encouraged after that to say, like, ignorance is easier to fix than hate. And I was proud of that fact that we were able to have that conversation. This was like November 2023. So it was very close to events there. She was still at the Daily Wire at that time. And once you meet people when the cameras are off, behind the curtain of the internet, you get a different perspective. You meet you confront not just the persona or a clip of somebody, but that has an effect, a human to human effect. And just like, I don't get all these people just like attacking me and all, like, I'm just asking these questions. Now I know they're just asking questions, but in a literal sense, if we acknowledge she's very ignorant about the subject, even in the Muslim quarters versus quarter comment, I sort of talked her through that, and she said, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I did. Now, nobody clips that part up, right? Nobody clips up the part where she said, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I misunderstood. Everyone likes to say, like, and if I'm being fair, which is hard to do given that how frustrating it's become, everybody brain farts. Everybody thinks they know. Some people say make ends meet, and they think it's ends meet, like meat versus make ends meet, right? We all have these phrases and things that we got wrong, and it's very, very possible that she's walking through the old city and she has some Israeli tour guide who goes, okay, and these were the Arabs. Okay, so these the Muslim, these the cultos, and these were the Arab live and where they are. Okay, and now these were the Jews. And let's be honest, like in Israel, there's complicated areas. There's East Jerusalem, there's West Bank, and if you're there and you know nothing about this region, you could easily get that wrong. And I think it did reveal, like, now at the same time, I'm not defending the fact that she's feeling like she could speak to millions of people with some authority and make statements of authority on this subject, while not knowing anything about it. And that's just what's been revealed. That's the state of the commentariat. When you can build a huge platform with your ideas and talk, you have to own that responsibility too. Like, you really don't know what you're talking about. And then when she said about this, like, no country has the right to commit genocide, I was just responding to something that this congressman was saying. I'm like, you really weren't aware of the context of the libel genocide that's being thrown at Israel constantly? And at that point, I'm like, all right, you know what? Maybe you just really weren't aware. And I kind of gave it the benefit of the doubt. If we fast forward to today, since that conversation, things only perpetually got worse. And she found herself in this corner of the internet, in a Twitter Spaces, surrounded by vicious anti-Semites. Her whole comment section after the second conversation we had, I followed up months later, like, hey, things have only gotten worse. We had this conversation. I thought it was really encouraging, and I don't know what's going on with you, but let's talk. And in that conversation, the second time I said, look, you can claim all day long that you don't have an ounce of hatred towards Jewish people in your heart, but that's not so relevant, because your behavior, your statements, the things you're making are providing red meat to so many anti-Semites, and you are doing these things where you're like, these aren't Jews, those are Frankists. Jews are going missing on Passover. You're regurgitating all of these old historical anti-Semitic tropes, and maybe you're aware of it, but you're claiming you're not. But every revelation you have that you claim to be revealing some truth isn't a revelation. It's revealing only your ignorance, that you're not even aware that these are tried and true attempts at smearing Jewish people historically for millennia. Jews going missing on Passover, you think you just discovered this idea? Like, this is an old blood libel. And, at best, you're completely ignorant, and at worst, you're evil about it. So I wanted to confront that and give one last chance to have these conversations in good faith. And whether I think it's an unproductive posture and approach to tell people what they feel in their heart. That's what the woke left loves to do. I don't care what you say. I know what you think. I know what you feel. And that's why they have to tell you what to think and what to feel. That is what the woke left does. And that's the position. Regardless of your behavior, of your ideas, of what you espouse, I know what you are based on your identity. What you do. So I don't want to take that same position and tell somebody what's in their heart, but I am judging at this point behavior, tactics. And when the day after our conversation airs, she posts an episode about Mengele. Like, I don't get like Mengele. Like, what is this? Like, experiments on Jews. That's just like a waste of time. Why would you do that? And this trivialization of Jewish suffering, this trivialization of anti-Semitism, this manipulative language, and constantly sort of going in between, it became sort of signature of woke right tactics that was really, I feel like, damaging to the conversation, damaging to Jews, and this whole like,
it's money. You saw the slow shift. It's a money thing. There's just more money to be made with the anti-Semitism crap.
Strategy to me was started to become very manipulative, narcissistic, and eventually I just said, okay, then it is kind of a lost cause. But that's kind of the whole. I went through a whole, the whole different chapters of how it came to be at this point. And I've even like addressed certain things on Twitter where in every statement, like she doesn't even realize that she's revealing her hypocrisies and inconsistencies. And that's sort of the state of things. And so at this point, I don't know if it's constructive anymore to dialogue about it because there's clearly some ulterior motives here. And I think it's as a creature of provocation. If I can keep poking the Jewish beast and get this reaction, I'm going to keep doing it. And
well, that's what's going to.
There's a game there to that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about it because you were saying that what seems to motivate her is if she's got an axe to grind with someone, then she'll just go after them. Do you have any sense of what it could be?
I had an M1000RR I bought on Copart for cheap. Being laid down, damage was minimal. Got it for $7,000. What year? That had to have been an older one. If it was minor damage, $7,000. That's ridiculous. Sold it for $12,000. Same condition. Kept the carbon wheels. It's pretty good. Yeah, those are pretty crazy bikes. I've heard good things about them. Some people say they're boring. Apparently they're like very sort of safe and predictable. They have like a really predictable power band and shit, but they're fast. So the Dark Knight trilogy, very sad because Bruce Wayne lost his childhood sweetheart, Rachel Dawes. I mean, very sad, like he lost hope. No, she was ugly. I literally could not care less about that romance plot because they got a very, very ugly girl to be his girlfriend. It just made no sense to me. She wasn't even just like average looking, like she was like ugly.
That's made her decide, I've got an axe to grind with the Jewish community. Is it religion and Christianity? Is it any sense at all?
I mean, it's hard.
They also had like no actual chemistry either. It was really weird.
Hard to psychoanalyze from a distance. There's certainly elements of old Catholic Christian replacement theology, anti-Semitism, pre-Vatican II views about the Jews. I'm not that well versed in that theologically. People have made those, are trying to figure this out, are suspect of that a little bit, that this is deeply theological. I would venture to say maybe that's a part of it that animates it. And that's, I don't take the position of the Christ is king is anti-Semitic. I know it's been weaponized and used. I see how they use it to troll, but you can't tell a bunch of millions and billions of people across the world that a phrase that they literally believe in is anti-Semitic. Like, it's just a losing strategy. Whether or not you can espouse intentions to the way somebody's using it, I get it. I'm not saying I disagree that it's being used in that way sometimes, but literally every Christian believes that as a phrase. So
movement that's anti-Jewish. So it's a bit like the phrase black.
It's just money. Yeah, when you see content creators kind of slowly change in a given direction, it's just clearly money. They just realize they have some money-making niche. And then they just drift in that direction. All right, my shoulders and elbows and hands are still kind of hurting like crazy. I was planning on gaming tonight and beating the Cuphead DLC, but I'm gonna...
Is there a way to filter out black people on Tinder? I don't want to be recommended blacks or fat asses or weirdos with nose rings.
The only way I could figure to do that is filter out single moms and you probably also want to do some weird stuff like put like swimming as a hobby that you want to search for. What's another one? Like you probably also want to filter out like by income. So yeah, like you probably want to filter out like maybe slightly, either at or slightly above, like, you know, median income. So that would probably get rid of most black people if you're filtering through Tinder. So yeah, certain hobbies like swimming would almost certainly get rid of like all black people. And maybe golf would be another one too. But thanks for the donation, 21st.
BTW, the entire Dark Knight trilogy sucks. And is overrated and did not capture the spirit of Batman. Christopher Nolan sucks.
The only good movie in the trilogy was the second movie, and it's overrated. It wasn't like some masterpiece or anything. It was just, you know, a decent Batman movie. Had some good moments. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of problems with it. Like the fight choreography was kind of crappy. Kind of didn't make sense how the Joker was able to get everywhere the way he did, and there's a lot that was just kind of silly. But yeah, the first movie was just lame and stupid. Second movie was alright. Third movie was just fucking retarded. I don't know why people like that so much. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Yeah, my shoulders, elbows, and hands are still hurting like hell. I had to take yesterday off because like my whole body just fucking hurt. And I'm still having some pain, and it's sort of getting to me right now. Where, yeah, I'm really getting bothered just sitting here and using my mouse and keyboard and shit. So I'm gonna just not game tonight. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be a bit better. I'll try doing a workout as well. I kind of want to try to finish off the week and see if I can just hit some more PRs, but we'll see. I'll probably try taking Tren after I do the deload. Just a little bit of Tren, you know, teensy-weensy bit. But thanks again, everybody. Hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs.
Make your workouts shorter. You are injuring yourself and in pain and taking too many rest days.
I don't think the rest days are the problem. But thanks for the donation, 21st. Anyway, thanks again. I will see you all tomorrow, and sweet dreams.